And there we go, we are live. Hello, I'm the greatwizardmerlan, and we are back doing more of Werewolf the Apocalypse. So if you've been keeping up with our streams, then you'll generally know where we are. But if you're not, then we'll do a brief overview for you now where we are. So, so after last week, we were wandering around in the wilderness, trying to find civilization. We did have one person missing last week, which unfortunately we still have one person down this week, so they're still going to be a bit.
I'm sure we'll be okay.
They are going to be mooning today.
But yeah, so after trudging about in the snow, we see a glimpse of civilization. So we go running off, and I awaken a bear. Yes. Which also happened to be tainted by the worm, but didn't know that until Lucy pointed that out. But once it was pointed out, then we managed to get the fucking worm out of that fucking thing. So yeah. And then I killed the bear. And we ate him.
He was yummy.
We ate heartily and drank deep of his life essence and all that bollocks.
That is true.
And all that jazz.
So after we did all that, made sure to patch up, whoever was wounded. We then continued on, to which the snowstorm picked up, and we got separated after seeing a shady figure. Or was that no? We got separated before we saw the shady.
We got separated by a truck.
And extreme blizzard. Extreme blizzard.
Basically, we were standing on a main road without realising it was a main road, and a truck was coming towards us, so we scattered.
Yeah. And eventually, after we managed to, regroup, find out it was actually friendly. Friendly werebear. Sorry, we can't use were. That's bad. Are they still called Garu for?
No, Garu is for werewolves.
Ah, okay.
Garu is werebear.
Oh, okay.
Or Gal.
Gal. Okay.
It's a gar.
Either way, he found us. He took us in. Fed us. Got some warmth.
And he told us a very interesting story.
Yes.
Would you like me to repeat the interesting story?
No, I wrote it down.
Okay.
Do you guys want to repeat it down?
Do a Cliff Note version.
Yeah, cliff notes. That'll be nice.
Okay, go on then.
Oh, okay. So the werebear is actually called Bill, or Old Bill.
Bill the Bear.
And he sat down with the pack after tending to one of their pack mates who's unconscious, and shared food and drink with them, of which some of them had tasted alcohol for the first time. And then he told them a story, which is many, many years ago, before the white man came to this part of the world, there was a great tribe of the Windwalkers who dominated this land and ran it like an ice-ridden empire. The mightiest among these was a shaman called She Cries Ice, who fought a terrible evil spirit. This evil spirit was called the Nathalis, and could not be bound into anything of this world. But She Cries Ice whispered to the sky and called down a stone from another world. The great shaman bound the Nathalis into the sky stone as it struck the mountain with great force, thus burying the Nathalis completely. Legend says that it is the mountain lies but north of here, and that one day the Nathalis will rise again to defeat the children of She Cries Ice. After that, he then asked for a story from the pack members that are there. And that is where we're going to start. But first of all, we're going to go through another quite important part of the character sheet, and that is to do with tribes. So, for those that remember, last week we spoke about the auspices. The auspice is the phase of the moon that the werewolf is created under. So the tribes, there are 13 tribes that the players could choose from, and they've each chosen a different tribe to join. So first up is Cassus, and he's going to tell us about his tribe.
Ooh.
So, I am part of the Shadow Lords. Not knowing much about the system yet, I can definitely tell you that they are based around stealth, sneakiness, being very guarded with secrets, knowing the secrets, learning the secrets, and using them to their advantage. So it's all about playing the shadow game, so to speak. Beyond that, I can't tell you much because still learning, but I believe that's the very generalised overview.
Thank you. And on to Merlan.
Me. Yeah, okay, so my tribe that I picked was the Silent Striders. Now, generally, they are made up, of a lot of, outsiders. There's not necessarily a pure breed, for them, as they come from all sorts of walks of life. But they are mostly travellers, from what I, understand. They do go forth from land to land, and I suppose the best way to put them is they're more scouts. So they tend to, to pick up on, on things that are going to happen. And generally let the other guys know, and people generally listen to them because they should know what they're talking about. But yeah, that's the general gist of what I understand about them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Lizzie?
I'm part of the Fianna tribe. They are mainly the storytellers, the people who, the ones that talk most when things are going down. So when groups of wares are together, it'll be the Fiannas that are saying what needs to be said, sort of, in a way. One of their main concept is live in the now. So don't worry about the future. Tell stories of the past, but now is the most important time.
Very good. And Lucy?
So I'm part of the tribe of the Black Furies. They're of very Greek descent, and all of the Black Furies are women. There are some men in the pack, but it's all women. And we have the whole no woman will bow before a man kind of ideals. But a lot of the stuff we have is that we're the protectors of nature. And we will also believe that we were originally gathered together by the moon goddess Luna.
Moon.
Moon. And there you go. The last member of the pack, who unfortunately it can't play with us at the moment, which is Tulane. He is playing a child of Gaia. And the children of Gaia are a tribe that is very much more looked at like peace-loving hippies. They're about the protection of Gaia, of nature. They're about healing, making sure that the wild as it is can continue to grow and expand, and helping to stop the worm from destroying everything. They're usually seen as a lot more peaceful and friendly. However, when you do get on their bad side, they can, like pretty much every Garu, turn into a 9-foot-tall killing machine and can ruin your day.
Between herbal remedies, man.
Bloody hippies.
That's 5 of the tribes that are being represented by the pack, and obviously there are 8 more, and I highly recommend, if you get a chance, that you go out, read the book, and find out about the other tribes as well.
Cunt.
Bless you.
Language.
English.
So, without further ado, we'll move on to the story, which is that you're all currently sat round inside Bill's cabin, nice and toasty warm, next to an open fire, filled with food, good cheer. Some of you more drunk than others for the first time, on quite what seems to be strong liquor. And Bill is eyeing you up to decide who's going to go first with their story.
I have a story of great spotted white cats. And they escaped from the big metal people forest. They have creatures in metal boxes that people look at, and these great spotted white cats escaped, and they found their way to our forest.
As you said, metal box, I growl.
And my pack before you, they are still my pack, my wolves. Our pack was this big and this big again, and the great spotted white cats came to the forest, and being bigger than us, they hunted us. But we banded together, and one by one we hunted them down, and to this day, though our pack was reduced by half our number, to this day we still have the white pelts in our forest of the great spotted white cats.
Bill sagely nods. It was an excellent hunting and gathering and killing story. I'd expect nothing less from mighty Garu.
I want to go last. Mine is a nice story.
Oh.
Well, I say nice. It's not nice, but it's a good story.
No, well, being as we're telling stories, unfortunately I don't have a tale like that to tell. I can merely tell you what I know from my own experience, if that is adequate.
Any story is a good story.
Well, from what I remember, certain things were definitely a mystery. Like I could never imagine that a spirit could actually communicate with in any form, on this plane. Let alone have a nice conversation with. But they can tell a great many things. They can be very cryptic, as well. I don't know if anybody else actually let's have a conversation. No, you have. Oddly, there was one that spoke to me. Told me of a man who had a great life. He had a wife. Everything was going well for him, and then tragedy struck. His wife was injured and then passed away. The man broken, disappeared. He just didn't resume his life. He just left.
No. It's a sad story.
It is very sad. But I've heard many sad tales, which is another reason why I don't want to say too much about them. Is it is all rather depressing. I'm sorry I can't have any sagely stories like that one, but
it's not about sagely stories. It's about stories that are told to us that impart knowledge and occurrence, so that we may learn from and grow stronger in total.
No, that's good. Anybody else have a story?
I would tell a story. What I would like to do is ask you, you're very good at stories, to tell the story of the spirit that we fought. The spirit that he who flies without fear. Yeah.
Okay.
Tell that story.
Right. So this is going to be really difficult to roleplay, because I'm going to start telling the story and then I'm going to turn and start talking to you at the same time.
That's fine.
So.
Yeah.
How to do this, right? I'll do this bit first and then I'll do that bit. It's just easier this way. How much can I tell?
Full story is fine. Yes.
So I can say how we were kicked out.
Yes.
Okay. So you don't hear that. You hear this. After finding our way here, we were kicked out of where we were staying into the cold, lonely snow. We trekked for miles and miles until finding somewhere we could call shelter. We did what we could. We built our own little home. We made it as habitable as we possibly could in this storm with nothing around us but a few trees, no food in sight. Gray managed to find 2 bunnies, and as that happened, as he returned, we ate. 2 of our group felt this presence. They didn't know what was going on. Gray grew scared and bolted. What's his name? Gabriel pursued him to help bring him back. That's when, as a pack, 3 of us howled for the first time together to draw our other pack members to us. And as that happened, this thing appeared in our little home. I had no idea what it was, but from what my friends knew, it was a spirit, a malevolent spirit who was trapped here. They believed it to be a pup who did not survive his trials. After Gray found his way back, he lunged at this thing, and within seconds it was gone. He killed it immediately. That's not to say that it didn't leave this gooey, nasty residue everywhere. It was stuck in his fur. It was all over our floor. It was horrible. So, and that was the moment that as a pack we helped tend to each other. We cleaned him. We nurtured any wounds that he possibly could have gotten. And I think that's the time that we first started acting like a pack.
Yes, very good story. See, I knew you'd tell it better than me.
So it is an astute story that explains the beginnings of your pack together.
Yes.
A story of humble origins. So one last story, and then we should probably head to bed.
My story. I don't actually bring out a phone or anything. This is because Katie has actually written a story.
Even though you have one.
Hmm?
Even though you have one.
Yeah, this is the one I've written, dear.
Yeah, I know. No, as in...
I have 3 other stories I could tell. I'm choosing this one.
Okay.
We only need one.
I thought of multiple just in case I didn't like the way this one went. What? I'm the storyteller, what do you expect?
Story time!
Okay. This is a story that I got told when I was a baby wolf. It's what made me start believing in Garu and Garu society. And it was actually one of the first can't think of the word. Shit, what is the word? Laws? What's the laws?
Litany.
There we go. It was one of the first litanies of Garu society that I learnt. This is the story of La Bête de Gévaudan. In most common tongue, it's the Beast of Gévaudan. The Bête de Gévaudan is a name given by the humans to a man-eating, wolf-like animal who terrorised the former province of Gévaudan in the Margerie Mountains in south-central France from 1764 to 1767. The beast was constantly described by eyewitnesses as having formidable teeth and an immense tail. The fur had a reddish tinge and was said to have emitted an unbearable odour. It killed its victims by ripping out their throats with its teeth. The number of victims differs according to sources. Some believe it to be just over 100, others believe it to be around 500. An enormous amount of manpower and resources was sent by the king in the hunting of this animal, including the army, conscripted civilians, several nobles, and a number of royal huntsmen. In our world, the beast is an infamous werewolf serial killer whose crimes were so terrible that after his death he was erased from history. His human name was Sebastien Vallet. Sebastien Vallet was a French soldier who became a werewolf after almost being killed by an enemy bullet. For years he tried to hide and deny what he was until it consumed him. He killed and ate through Gévaudan, not understanding that eating humans was against the litany of werewolves. As the first chunk of human flesh hit his stomach, he started to crave it. And the more he ate, the more he became susceptible to the worm. The worm started to control him, eat away at what made him human, until ultimately his sister, Marie-Jeanne, killed him.
A good story. I liked it.
A story that explains the rage that boils within you. For it is very true that all of the nature of us touched by Luna and by Honus, they are all touched with a measure of rage. And that rage, when left unchecked by spiritual and calming methods, can turn into a great frenzy. And while that frenzy can be even worse, and it can become a dark frenzy, and thus you become the eaters of men, or anything of all more sordid nature. And such things that happen to Garou that know of Garou's society will drive that Garou to commit suicide, for it is just not worth it trying to live.
Like, I have no idea if that's a true
No, yeah, I
story.
know. I'm waiting until a natural break appears, but that's happened now. But anyway, hi, Bad Rabbits, and don't worry, we are live. It is not a rerun.
Yep, it's not a silly rerun. Don't worry, they're not silly, we know.
But yeah, sorry. Please continue.
I don't know if that's a true story, if that actually happened in our history, but part of me wants it to be a fable. Because, yes, I know that we have the capability of being that beast. I just don't want to believe that it's possible someone could sink that low.
It's a good story of warning to others.
Hi, Mr. Wade.
What's a king? What's a king?
A very high elder.
What's a soldier?
Elder. Oh, so,
Soldier, like normal people, but with shooty sticks. With bang bang sticks.
They fight for the king.
Any other ones?
Many.
Do a couple more and then we should go to bed.
What's a Gévaudan?
A place. Gévaudan is it's a place which no longer exists because it's been renamed. It was in France. It's now been named something else. I don't know.
I'm having a blank.
Well, I think we should draw this evening to a close. And he goes and gets some blankets and some extra pillows and cushions, passes them out to you all.
Thank you.
Checks once more on your colleague whose breathing is quite steady at the moment.
I'm going to come over to him as well. And how long is he going to be banjaxed for?
That is not a word I was expecting.
Banjaxed. Oh, unconscious?
Banjaxed?
I don't know. Maybe for the rest of the night. He will probably be okay in the morning.
3 seconds.
Oh yeah, James. Yeah. Oh no, that's fine.
Hey, Will. Yeah, so he should be okay in the morning. And I'll leave you, and in the morning I'll cook breakfast, and then it's probably best that you're all on your way.
Is it okay if I return to my more natural form?
Whatever you want, it's perfectly fine.
What's breakfast?
Food.
Morning food.
More food.
Morning food.
It breaks the fast that you have by sleeping.
But fast is running.
But fast can also be a time when you do not eat and conserve energy.
I don't understand.
Fasting. It is a Homid term.
I don't understand on it.
Daybreak food.
You'll get there.
Daybreak food.
So with that, he leaves and goes into his room. And you can hear him settle down, and then the rhythmic snores and occasional thumps of things as they're falling off shelves, as like the sound of a giant bear in the other room is sleeping.
Does the bed sound like it creaks a little bit because he's technically heavier than what he is?
Awfully, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to quietly curl up somewhere near the fireplace because that's warm
Change
as
back
shit.
to wolf form because it's easier.
Yeah, with that, you all go to sleep. You have a dream.
We all go to sleep.
And
And
in that
sleeping.
dream is darkness. And as the darkness grows ever more cloying at you, you can see the beginnings of light. And that light doesn't look like a previous dream that you've had of a bonfire, but looks like it's red and streaming across a barren world. And it's just the tip of this sunrise that is perfectly red as it starts to rise from what you can only imagine the horizon is. There's a rush of wind and a roaring sound all around you,
Red sky morning, shepherd's warning.
and then you wake up with a jolt.
Danger sense.
There's no danger around you.
Actually, there is.
I
There is a
completely-
claw nearing your neck if you say anything.
I completely forgot about that last week, and I was just like, nope, I'm gonna say it now.
This is what happens when I tell nasty stories.
Yeah, in my head, I'm just thinking, what did that mean?
And you can smell the smell of cooking meat, and you can hear a gurgling sound from some kind of coffee machine that's running in the background.
Or that's him just, choking.
He's just smelling the food and he's like.
And you can start to hear the sizzling sound of what you can only assume is either sausages or bacon or eggs or something like that.
I feel easier now.
And there's a clatter as a tray gets brought out and propped onto the table, where you notice your colleague is no longer on. He seems to be rather curled up next to the fire now, still asleep at the moment. And food starts to get placed out on it.
I was going to say, if he's awake, he's just sat in a chair going.
There's a mixture of sausages and bacon and
Gonna
eggs,
shift to human and then start
beans
putting on these clothes
and
that are apparently
mushrooms and bread.
I haven't had a breakfast
Ah,
like this
that
in a
weird bread
long
thingy
time.
from last night.
You'll be fine.
And some kind of
The meat
black
wrapper.
mixture in a pot with a little metal stick with a ball on the end of it. Seems very odd. There's some cups and bits and pieces. There seems to be some kind of juice that is orange in a jug.
What?
Flies without fear.
What is-
You've not had a breakfast before. Would you like me to serve you the appropriate?
Not a breakfast like this.
Would you like me to serve you the appropriate serving?
Is it literally just that you take what you want, or has he done it on plates?
No, it's just all on the table and there's several plates
Buffet.
stacked up.
I don't want to sound rude, just thought it would be easier.
Yes.
Okay.
This is going to be me attempting to shift to homage. Because it's harder for me than you guys.
I'm
I
already
wondered what you're about to
standing
do.
up
It's like, is
in
he about to
homage
attack the
clothes on.
table?
I'll go first. I serve my plate. I go next. I'll serve
Okay.
his plate, and then I ask if you can
So,
yours too. I'll
I
serve your
get
plate.
to
There you go.
Krynos, and then they're like, for the rest of the way.
Oh yes, all of a sudden.
Yeah.
The sound of many dice.
And I get the rest of the way.
Yay!
And I sit butt ass naked at the table. Because I'm still not used to this clothes thing.
I've served your plate like in front of you, like I put a bit of everything, but I did appropriate servings.
Did you get given any clothes yesterday?
Yeah.
No,
No, hang on.
he hasn't changed
So-
yet.
Yeah, no. It was,
So
it,
that's
because
like
I was,
any-
I'm showing you with my. I've got a hold of knife and fork. It's hot.
Right, you're showing
Is
his
there-
and I'm
is there
him
like a
as I'm there
blanket
going.
or
"Oh."
something
It's gonna be
nearby?
hot. It's gonna be
There's
hot.
Bill's stacked out clothes for you.
Yeah, so,
They're to one side. He put them out last night for you.
okay, well, I'm just gonna
You don't need
slightly,
them. They're
pick
tools.
up, a blanket or just something big, and just kind of put it over his crotch region,
Fine.
Okay.
give him a bit of decency.
Like, it's true, but I'm just
You
there like,
drape a lumberjack jacket across him.
Yeah.
I probably get to the mushrooms and like,
I kind of go. Hang on. I borrow your plate. I'm gonna do what I do at work, and I'm gonna cut it into pieces for you, so that if you wait, it will cool down faster. Do you want me to do yours too?
start like moving the mushrooms off the plate.
No matter what game form you're in.
Wolves and meat. I've always been a wolf, so it's weird, and it's like
Yeah, I would be eating, but I'm kind of.
I'm
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 really
all
distracted
of the sauce and
by
the fat from around
this.
it first, and just the mushrooms are going to be left in the middle. No fat whatsoever left on the
I
plate.
imagine even the bread is surprisingly interesting, but it's just like
Yeah,
the
you
mushrooms.
ate the
like,
bread last night with the sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah, to which you were like.
Thank you, Bill. It's
Yeah,
very
yes,
kind
thank
of
you.
you.
Not a problem. From
I-
the kitchen.
Thank you is good.
Polite.
Thank you.
Yes.
You see a thumb come out of the doorway. And it tracks
Awesome.
back in.
But yeah, I'm slowly eating because watching you two eat. I'm just like, food.
Fascinating.
After like 10 minutes, Bill comes out with these brown bags. There's like 5 of them. And he pops them on the table and sits down and has breakfast. And kind of just tucks into whatever's left.
No, I'm kind of looking as if I want to ask a question, and then no, I won't be rude. and then continue eating.
Right, you get kicked under the table. What? You're looking. What?
Wondering what's in the bags.
Lunch.
Lunch.
Oh.
Can you not smell?
He's confused by breakfast smell.
Yes, sorry. Especially in this form, my smell is not as acute.
I don't understand.
Sorry, I used too complicated
Smell
word.
bad in this form.
Thank you.
Not for me.
Him. Not used to it.
Soon the food is mostly gone. And what's left is remnants of mushrooms.
Like a tiny pile of mushrooms on 2 plates.
I would eat them, but I'm going to be stuffed right now.
So I wish I could offer you more assistance, but if you're on your rite of passage, then taking just an evening with me can potentially be damning for you and in
You've
your society's eyes.
A lot. Thank you.
Yes.
I can tell you that when you go out the door, if you head 2 miles directly south as best you can in the blizzard, you'll end up in Kroger's Pass, which is the little village that's in the nearby area, and hopefully someone there can help sort you out. But yeah, it's a bit odd round here, so plenty of spirits in the area.
On that subject, Bill, while you're here, do you tend to have more strange dreams?
No.
In this area, I have had 2 strange dreams in 2 nights, all about a red sky.
Me too.
A red sky.
That's so unusual.
Yes.
Same here.
Yeah, the first one
I
was
saw
like
that sky.
a darkness and then a pinprick of light, like a burning fire. There was a red star, and the one I had last night was about a red sun, like a red dawn. Do you get dreams like that?
No.
Okay.
I had those too.
Mostly I dream about sleeping in a lot.
It is just confusing now that my pack are now telling us that they have the same dream. Have you heard of packs having the same dreams?
No, but I'm not completely knowledgeable about Garu's society, so I don't know. It might be a common theme that links you all together, which is why you're a pack, or it might be that just the area is somehow influencing you because you're not from here. I honestly couldn't tell you.
I want to roll on a cult.
Okay. What kind of thing are you doing?
Because I now know that we all have the same dream. I want to try and
You're there going,
trying to
"Push it in,
remember,
natural."
trying to remember the imagery of it and see if I can think of anything that it might relate to,
Okay,
or
so
anything that I might have read.
Intelligence occult, difficulty is 10.
Ooh, 10. Or
And I'm going to need multiple successes.
well, that's 6 dice.
So
Come on, 10s. Don't fail me now.
And you fail.
Oh, there's 1. There's 2.
Ooh.
fucking
Ooh,
hell.
there's 2 successes.
Nice work.
And no botches.
Okay, that's good. So 2 successes. You know that a red star comes up quite a lot in religious texts as something to do with the beginning of the end. You can't really remember much more than that. But it does occur in multiple religious texts in human society that the beginning of the end is dawned by the red star.
So while he's lost in thought for a moment, must I stay in pink skin?
We are going near human society, so yes. So can you please put on the clothes provided for us? We'll do it very quick, and then soon you can be back to normal form, happy form.
That's the t-shirt.
I know enough to know which piece is which. I'm just still
Can
not
you do
accustomed to
something
this form or putting
That's
it on.
already clothed. Yeah, I'm already clothed.
Yeah,
I
I can
clothed
pull
before
the
eating.
clothes on, just it's not very finesse.
Do any of you treat with spirits and can bond the clothes to your forms?
I can.
Probably be a good idea, especially if you're planning on changing and gearing and
Can you do it
That's
to
good.
others?
running like a wolf. Yes, you can.
Oh, you can. Okay. Yes,
yeah, it
I
would
can.
be most appropriate for.
I've just never had the opportunity to do it to
Also for
someone
you.
else.
It is appropriate for me, but it'd be. I would, if I had a preference, I would ask for you two first.
I'd suggest that you link all of you to your clothing.
Do you do you have time and the appropriate things here to do it?
Good question.
I think I wore the appropriate shirt.
Have a quick look at Rose.
No, I didn't actually make a note of
Well,
how.
Next
I'm
week,
wearing
how long
the,
it
takes.
lumberjack jackets.
I'm wearing the white cat for your story, so it's fine.
Spotted white grey cats.
It's called the
Right,
talisman location. Just so I can see, how long it might.
211 from my book.
213 for ours.
Yeah.
Good old piddifs.
Bit of.
Here we go. Cost is 1 notice point per object dedicated. Blah blah blah.
It's fine, true.
It's 1 for the one person's complete item of clothing.
Just skimming through it. Doesn't seem to say how long it takes.
Yes, you do.
Werewolf must often perform to right during the phase of the moon under which she was born. Each auspice has its own peculiar ritual. So does that mean I have to do it under my auspice or theirs?
You can do it under either. The difficulty just changes.
So we're not going to be able to do all of them.
Currently, you are under a full moon.
I think basically it means it makes it harder or more difficult depending on the auspice.
We're undermined.
No wonder you're so
Yeah.
lethal.
But yeah, it doesn't seem to give an indication of how long it takes because I'm trying to interpret the words and.
There isn't a duration section.
No. In which case, it's purely cosmetic, so it can take as long or as short as you wish it to.
Yeah, sorry.
Spirits, please do and make this attached to this person. Thank you. There.
But yes, it does. It doesn't take very long. However, depending on what shape of the moon it is currently, depends on how easy it is, to bind to a particular person.
Wits and rituals is the role you need.
Wits,
magic man.
3 and
For Jake, it is difficulty 6.
oh right,
Tests.
was it rituals? I thought it might have been rites.
What?
Or,
Wits and rituals.
oh, okay.
That was
Yeah.
both
Right,
in
so
and out of
background.
character.
sorry. Yeah. So either way, 5 dice. So who would like to go first?
Well, just beforehand, in character, I went do magic man.
Okay.
Just one of those two first.
Apparently mine's going to be easier though.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking.
Yeah, we'll do
that's why I
yours
thought
first.
thinking him.
So I'm going to assume that the difficulty is just just a 7.
It's 5 for me.
6.
Oh, 6, sorry. I went one further. It was easy.
Yes. No, 4 successes. No.
No different, but you have bound his clothing to his spirit.
Oh wait, it said about gnosis points. Do I need to spend a
You
gnosis point?
spend 1 gnosis point to do that.
Just enough, just as well. I have enough gnosis to do 3 people.
Is he able, am I able to spend mine for him in that regard?
No.
No, he has
Because
to
he's the
spend
one
it.
that's performing the rite.
That's fine. Just to find out.
You're more going to fight this out.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know what you need to do, so I'm just like,
Is that well? I believe that worked.
Because I'm not sure if I'd have enough to help.
change forms. Go wolf, then homid, see if works.
Wolf. So I go back to obviously my wolf form quite easily.
Wolf.
The clothes disappear.
They didn't fall off, so that's a good
I have a
sign.
moment of looking like I'm chasing my tail, but I'm not. I'm actually chasing like the non-existent clothes.
Homid.
Yeah, try changing back. Try it.
1, 2, 3.
Stuck like this now.
Yeah, I get there first time this time.
Hey.
Makes a change.
Poof, clothes.
And their clothes are back.
What happens if Grey changes clothes? Does that mean it's only the clothes that he's wearing are bonded? If we change outfits, do you have to rebond them?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I had the feeling. I wanted to check.
You can bind multiple sets of clothes, and then it's entirely your choice which ones you want. But each set of clothes will require another notice from the caster.
Yeah, it's like
Oh my god, that's so cool.
secretly in your sleep I bonded 5 sets of clothes, so when you change you will have 5 sets of clothes on you.
No, that's fine. Do that with me, because I want my party dress, I want my my normal civilian clothing when I'm running around through town. I want cold weather clothing, because it's fucking cold. I want
Pyjamas.
beachwear, and pajamas. So that's 5 you need to do. Come on.
Maybe in the future we'll see how how we do.
That
We'll
wasn't
just
in character.
we'll just stick with 1 for now. Okay.
Difficulty 7 for every other member of the pack.
This is when I roll shit. Try you. Pass. Yeah, 3 successes that time. No botches.
Let's see if it works. Wolf. Homid. Yeah.
You're like,
Your turn. Ooh. I want to try something. I strip and then go to wolf form and back. Am I still naked?
Yes.
Because I didn't know if it worked like that, and I was like, have to be wearing the clothes. Then put the clothes back on.
But yeah, so as long as you're wearing that, those clothes, then they'll still be on you when you change.
Okay.
Okay. Next up to bat. Please don't botch it.
Botch.
I will fuck you up.
Pass. Yeah, well, 4 successes again. I'm doing well at this ritual shit.
That's
Well done,
3.
magic man.
And now he has no more notice.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yep.
You can't do Tulane.
No more notice until I gain some back.
You can't do Tulane. He's stuck like that.
Yeah, about that.
His name is mostly in common for him anyway. So
Yeah.
He's not worried.
That's true. But there we go.
Okay.
That feels right. That feels like and you're done as well.
Bill hands you all a brown bag. When you look inside, it contains a rather generously sized sandwich, a packet of flavoured crisps for Canada, and
So
Lays.
2 bits of fruit and a bottle of water.
So it's maple sandwich with maple crisps and mapled fruit.
Maple water.
And maple
It's
water.
got
Maple
maple bacon.
fruit.
Oh, most jerky, yeah.
The bottle of water is sealed inside a thermos flask.
So it doesn't
It doesn't
freeze.
freeze.
Oh, very clever.
It's impressive that he has 5 of those spare.
Yeah, don't look in the kitchen. They're all branded.
Maybe he's sponsored.
just
What's the make?
Sponsored by Thermos.
He's just got a shed out back which is full of thermos.
Yeah, this truck.
Just in case.
This truck ran off the road.
This is why he lives out so far away from civilization. He has to test all these things.
This truck ran off the road. We see the truck, and there's massive claw marks in it. It just ran off the road.
Yeah.
No
are
idea
you
why.
Best at directions. Ooh, I
Ooh.
heard what that noise mean.
Black Omega 20. Thank you very much for the follow. Thank you very much. And also, I hope you enjoy.
I am good at finding direction.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Which direction is the village we're going to?
South by about 2 miles.
Yes? Okay.
I'm literally there like...
I can find the south unless I fuck up my roll.
One of those ways.
One of those.
Okay.
What would you need to roll to determine a direction anyway?
Survival.
Survival.
Oh, good.
That's why I asked.
And
Fine,
wits.
Well, wits if you're going to try and remember it, or perception if you're going to try and perceive it right around there. Depends if you're going with, I know that moss grows on the north side of trees, then that's more of a wits kind of knowledge. If it's, I'm going to look at where the sun is now and then determine where south is, that's more of a perception.
That's what I'm doing.
Well,
Sounds that way.
either way, my perception is not much different from my wits, so screw it, I'll give it a go.
4 successes.
I got 2 on perception, survival.
It's okay, it just cancels that success out, so just
Right.
know.
Fail.
We're in the middle of nowhere.
You step out of the house and once again it's completely calm where you are, and there's like a wall where the blizzard is, but you manage to determine where south is, make markers, and then start to trudge out into the blizzard. Once again it gets...
But before we do actually trudge out into the blizzard, I will keep going in same direction. Follow me, we commit to direction and do not turn off.
Yes.
Okay.
As we're leaving, I'm like, thanks for hospitality.
Yes, thank you very much again.
Thank you!
This is when you force it too much. Ah!
No, this is when you end up being these stupid fuckers and like...
Oh, yeah.
Let's trundle.
Okay. Trundle slowly through the whiteout.
Yeah. As we trundle, just quickly, unfortunately roleplay happens here.
That's right.
God damn it.
What order are we in? Because this may determine who can hear who.
Well...
I'm first, because I'm directioning.
I'd be at the back.
You at that? Okay.
Are you most comfortable in this form to be like?
I also know where we're going.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
I'll go second.
Oh, third then.
Yeah, so then you're third. But yeah, as we're going, so, Jasmine, I had
And Tulane's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I had a thought. From what I've read previously, this is based off the dream. A red star, in a lot of text, normally relates to the beginning of the end. Now, I'm not sure how that relates to what we've all seen, but there must be some significance there.
Yeah.
End of what?
Everything.
That's not good.
We need to speak with our elders as soon as we can. But we need to do anyway. But we will mention it while we're there.
Yes, hopefully it'll shed some light. Okay, story may continue.
You got fucking roleplay. Jesus. What's
but-
wrong with you?
Have a go,
light.
heroes. Thank you very much for the follow. Thank you.
But no light. Wait. Stop light.
In religion, you know what religion is?
No.
No. Okay.
Tell him it's a homid thing.
Yeah,
Homid litany.
It's a homid litany.
Weird.
But homid litanies are stupid.
Yes, some of them are.
Some, not all.
They don't understand. They don't understand the forest.
No, you're correct. Most of them don't. Some
And-
claim they do.
And they kill with no reason.
Not all, but some.
But still, a valid point though. Trundle.
Trundle, trundle.
You're trudging along, and ahead of you it begins to get lighter. Not in snowstorm, but lighter as in there is obviously some form of light source ahead of you. And as you trundle along, you come to a large vertical post, and at the top of it you can see like a rotating sign that you're pretty sure says gas stop.
Right. As
It's
I
like-
see the rotating, I'm
Ah.
following it so I can keep reading it. So I'm going round in a circle around it. Like,
I've still got my credit card and my phone on me. Even if I have no signal, I can get the numbers from it. Can you
I look
keep them
confusedly at
entertained
it.
while I...
I
see if
think
they've
the
got a
sign. I think the sign is doing quite well at
Why
that.
why have we stopped at Metal Tree?
I'm gonna... This is your job. I'm gonna go into the gas station while Alex entertains the pups.
Okay. As you walk up to the gas station, you can see the sign above it in red
There's metal
illuminated
building.
lighting says Omnicron Oil.
Omnicron.
Omnicron
Yeah.
Oil.
This is a a homid building.
And
What is building?
the doors whoosh open, and you
like
get this
house,
waft of
but
hot
bigger.
air that hits
What's his
you.
house?
As you step inside and they close, you can see that
Shelter.
the heaters are all on.
Big shelter. Only this
Okay.
one has a purpose.
Is there like a desk clerk?
As people travel,
Yeah, it's
they stop here for
drinking.
nourishment.
it's like a traditional
food
garage
and
with
water.
aisles of like things you can buy,
So
like car
like
oil and stuff like that, and windscreen wiper blades.
supermarket.
And there's like a kiosk
yes,
area.
only
with
this
what
one is
looks
smaller
like
than one of
bulletproof
those.
glass.
Okay.
It's been surrounded it,
So
and there's
Jasmine is
like
going
a
in to try and
a
get
Native
some.
American kind of kid sat on the other side with his boots up, and he's
Okay.
reading like a book. He's not even paid you
Explain
attention as you
what the
walked
hell
in.
house is.
Okay.
Yeah, other side.
I'm gonna go straight up to him. Is it morning? It's morning, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
As far as you can tell.
Ah.
Yes, it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Yes.
Good morning.
Need money.
Did you
Yes.
respond?
Kinda goes,
Jasmine is
Yeah,
getting,
what number?
is going to get some.
I don't have a
to
number.
help us with travel.
Didn't you fill up with fuel?
No.
On you.
Okay. What do you want? He hasn't
I
even
can-
looked and acknowledged you. He's still
Many,
reading his
many
book.
My phone is not working in the
Ah.
blizzard. Do you have a phone here I can use, or something I can pay so I can use a phone?
Money.
Yeah, sure.
With
and
you,
sort of
so we can
points
get.
behind him, and you can
well,
see
things.
a payphone down the aisle, just on the wall.
Was given.
Okay, I pull out my purse. I should have change to use the phone.
Yeah, you've got cents and stuff like
Yeah.
With
It's
money.
Canada though. I don't know if my things will work.
that. No, they probably won't.
Okay, I say I've only got
It's
American
home.
money.
He doesn't respond.
Do you have anything I can exchange, or can I buy an item and
I'll
get
walk
some
in as
cash
well.
back
Is
so I
that
can
no?
use the payphone?
No.
I walk in as well.
What do you want to buy? Minimum spend is 5.
A pack of smokes.
He kind of gets up
Where's he
and
gone?
huffs and pops his book down, folding over the spine so he doesn't lose his page, and turns around at the
Wait here.
Like,
Look
quite
after.
large amount of cigarettes there and goes, "What
What's his
brand?"
Don't care.
Yeah.
Pick one.
Wait for Gabriel.
You can see his
I will
fingers
go
slightly
get-
dance
I will
across
go
it
get-
and pulls out
Great.
what looks to be the most ridiculously expensive
Okay.
cigarettes you've ever seen and slides them onto the counter and you hear this
So-
deep, 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 ka-ching.
By this point, I panic
Okay.
and
So
and
that's
go
12.
and go into
Fine.
into the
I thought my credit
station.
Cash only.
I just asked if I can use my cards and get cash back. You said yes.
Oh, no, the card machine's not been working.
Okay, well I only have American money.
Oh,
We will use that.
how are you going to pay for them then?
American money still works over here.
Yeah, well, it's not like we've got a.
So I've walked in as well, and
Okay.
I'm looking around. to
There's
see
a
what's
whoosh
in
of
there.
cold air that goes past you, and there's a whoosh of hot air that fills you, and then you step inside, and the doors back behind you, and there's a heater above your head. And there's a lot of illuminated strip lighting and aisles of produce and stuff like that, and you can see one of your pack mates is at the till currently sighing to herself inwardly about the spotty nosed and
Shitbag.
shitbag that's behind the counter.
I'm going to look around at the strange, colourful things on the strange metal things.
Okay.
Well,
Just so you know.
I'm saying it is illegal to refuse legal tender.
But what? Eh? He kind of looks confused at you when you start using words that are above 3 syllables.
American tender is still legal tender here in Canada.
Right?
So the money I have, you can't refuse my money. Even if you have no way of doing that, that's your responsibility, not mine.
And in real world, that is called an asshole customer.
Wait, what did I miss?
Asshole customer.
So here is the 20, and I want to have Canadian change. And you can keep the extra tip for yourself.
Okay. He takes the 20 through the bulletproof
Yeah.
sill that opens.
Oh yeah, I forget that's how they do things.
Kind of looks at it and pops it to one side in the till and pulls out like some coins, puts some back, pulls out some notes, hands you the coins and shoves the notes in his pocket.
How many coins has he given me? Has he given me enough that I can use the payphone?
You're pretty sure it's enough that
Yeah,
you can probably
okay.
use the payphone.
Thank you.
So while she's doing that, can
And
I
my
smell
smokes?
anything that smells like meat?
Oh yeah, and he passes the smokes to the thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And then shuts the thing again, takes one look at you, sighs outwardly, and settles back into his chair and starts reading his book.
Alright, I'm going to go
Just
to the
so you
payphone
know.
then.
Okay.
He went in after him.
Yeah, once I realised he was gone, because I was busy talking. I was busy talking to Kitty.
He told me to wait, but I'm dragging Gabriel inside.
Gabriel goes willingly. There's a whoosh, hot air hits you. There's cold air that comes through
Does
the door.
anything
That's
in there
nice.
smell like meat? Other than the kid.
I'm so glad it's responsibility, not mine.
Is there anything that smells like meat? Not in the aisle that you're in. Mostly it looks like tinned produce.
So, because I've still got the heightened senses, and in particular I've got scent something, I've still got really good scent even in this form. So did you want me to roll to see if I can smell in the direction
yeah,
of
'cause it's
anything?
behind a closed door at the moment.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So
You walk up to the paper.
Oh no!
Yeah?
It looks fairly serviceable. You pick it up and there's no dial tone.
Is there no downtime because I haven't put the money in?
As best you can read the instructions in Canadian, it looks like there should be a dial tone. You put your money in then, and then you push the buttons.
It's a lot, a lot of long sentences and A's.
Okay.
Today, eh?
a brute. 3 successes.
Yes, there's
moose,
some meat in the refrigerated aisle, which is behind a door, so it keeps it refrigerated.
Okay, so I'm going to go over and
Open, cold.
Yeah, there's a waft of cold air that hits you while you're stood in a quite warm environment.
So I'm going to walk in and look for the meat.
It's not like a walk-in freezer. It's literally you just open.
I'm going to give him a little bit of time because obviously it took me a bit of time to notice he was gone. But
Okay.
You can see there's like bits of meat sealed in plastic.
Okay. So
I
I'm
was
going to
talking
pick
to
one
both
up,
of them and then
look confusedly at the plastic and just like...
You get this horrific, like, feeling of it is meat because it's squidgy, but there's this horrific plastic sensation that hits your tongue.
So I start like pulling the weird shit off the meat.
You're really struggling with it because, like all meat packages, it just doesn't want to open until you've got scissors.
Yeah. By this point, I've obviously I've come in. Have I been able to spot him?
Yeah, you can see him down the other end of the aisle, acting like a jackass, trying to eat a piece of plastic container.
Yeah, and
with some kind of venison in it.
Yeah, at this point, I'm like, I try and dash over to him without looking very awkwardly suspicious.
Under the heater, like, oh.
That's fair.
Okay, I'm going to turn on my heel and go back up to the counter, sighing inwardly.
You're not the only one who's sighing inwardly.
Am I going to spy these guys as I'm walking through?
Yeah, you can see Gabriel stood under the heater, and Lizzie's character is somewhere near there, and you can see Merlan dashing down an aisle towards an open refrigerated door.
I'm going to just shake my head because that's his problem. Damn it! I will deal with it if he asks me to. I go back up to the kid. Excuse me.
Yeah, what number?
I don't have a number. We were just having a conversation. The payphones aren't working.
Oh. I should probably put a notice on that. He fumbles his hand under the counter and pulls an out-of-service notice and puts it on the side. I'll do it in a minute.
Are any of the phones working at the moment?
I don't know. The card machine isn't working.
Okay. Is there an airport anywhere near here?
Kratos murders.
Airport?
Yes.
Well, you want Toronto?
Okay. How far away is that?
Like 100 miles?
And if I wanted to get there, how would I get there?
Your car?
I don't own a car. Is there anyone that I could pay to take me there?
Okay, so I dash up to you and just like, what are you doing?
There's a garage in town, I guess. I don't know if he's still going. I think he kind of closed down when this place
strange
opened.
stuff. It's in weird, tough skin.
I try and
It's
over.
Right.
Are you talking to the guy at the
Yeah. Hi.
We need to
What number?
pay for these things.
So you don't have a number?
Money.
What is pay?
Don't have a number.
She's with me.
If you want something, you trade.
Yeah, the payphone's not
from somebody else, you
working.
trade
Car
for
machine
it.
doesn't work.
So you give somebody something
apparently
they
I
want for
accept
what you
American.
What?
It's fine.
What is money?
want. It's
Where's Alex?
no currency is no. It's
Grey.
something that people
Okay.
want.
We can't get what we need here.
in Homid,
Oh.
Homid society.
Does money taste good?
No.
Okay.
Then why do people want it?
I would say thank you for
'Cause
your time.
that is
you
what
have
they
been quite
need to-
useless.
Get other things.
No
that they want.
problem. Have
Okay.
a good day.
Okay, I turn around
Bye.
and I
We
go
just take. what we
find
want.
Alex.
We
We
can't.
wolves.
You can see them next to a refrigerated aisle.
that no.
Alex?
No.
Hushed conversation
Alex.
next to the refrigerator.
Alex.
Yeah.
We've appeared next to
And you
you.
can see Gray currently trying to cheat his way
Okay.
through plastic packaging.
I can do that.
No. We have to pay for services here.
What is services?
Homid thing.
I've
It's a
tried
trade.
I've tried to explain this to him.
It's a trade. To take food, we have to trade them goods that they require.
But-
We cannot just take for free.
We are wolves. We take what we want.
We are homids currently. We cannot just take what we want.
Drop it.
Okay.
There's a plastic clatter.
Alex, pick it up. I hand you some coins. Pay for that.
Are you
That's good.
sure we could afford this?
Yeah, fine. Basically, I've got like
Thank you.
$2 and change, so hopefully it's not more than that.
I look at the packaging. Is there a price tag on it?
There appears to be a price tag.
Look at the
How-
one.
Can I
Mostly
make
been
it?
mauled though, so you're not entirely
Okay,
sure.
look at the one next to it.
Yeah, I'll look at another one in the in the freezer if there is one.
Looks like it says something about $3.
I'll give you,
Says about $3.
okay, I'll give you a 5 American. Right? He accepts American.
Oh, good.
And he's also a rude little shit. So, go up, don't back down, slap him the money, and let's get out of here. The payphones aren't working, the card machine's not working. We're going to get to Toronto Airport, still 100 miles from here. We still need to pay for services to get there.
Okay.
As he's doing that, I go back outside, disappointedly, confused at the strange.
You go back out in the cold. It's cold.
Hi,
Yeah.
Maladek.
Oh!
Another fellow wizard.
I walk up with you because I'm like,
So I go up to the counter.
Number
Just paying for this, please.
kind of looks up. The hell? Did you try and eat that?
No. Never mind. Just keep the change.
He reaches out and takes the $5. Looks at the fact that it's American. Looks at you. Looks down the aisle. Sighs. He goes a deep deep ching. And he puts the cash in the side of the register again. Shuts it. Goes back to his chair. Sits down and reads his book again.
And then walk away.
I take the packaging off you, open it, because in my backstory I've stolen from supermarkets.
That
Open
has come in
The art of
handy.
opening without scissors.
Yeah.
She's
Open the
unstoppable.
packet, run out, and hand you the food.
Oh!
It's really cold.
Oh,
It's really
Oh.
cold. It's mildly fresh. It's not like fresh killed, and it's definitely not warm.
right.
What is he eating?
It's cold.
He's eating a raw bit of venison.
Yeah, it looks like venison.
About a medallion-sized portion of venison.
We are in the middle of a town. Just right. Okay, so I have, and then there's a garage in town where we can hope to try and seek. We need to try and pay for travel to get to Toronto. Phones aren't working here.
Oh.
Card machines aren't working here. I have about some monies on me in American, but on my credit card.
Sounds like maybe towers down or
Blizzard,
lines are
yeah.
down somewhere.
Either way, we're going to have to charm and barter our way 100 miles. Why is that funny?
It's just it's like we're gonna have to charm and barter our way. Is he still eating that venison? 100 miles.
It's okay. He's slow.
After I've gotten over how cold it is, I've pretty much just snuffed the whole
Okay.
thing.
Wolfed it down.
Pun number one.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
a donation of £1.
That's the point. Have we seen any sign of any vehicles at all on
Yeah,
the
you were
way?
almost run over by a lorry.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yesterday.
Let's head into the main town and then see if we can barter our way there.
Yeah. So either that
They're
or
properly wrapped up
we
in all
hope
the clothes.
we
Like,
hope for a vehicle to come along and try and hitchhike.
With 5 of us.
Well, at least we don't have to worry about stranger danger.
Okay, well, we're in the middle of the cold. We should stay active and keep walking.
Okay.
Stranger danger.
Trudge further, and eventually you can see some buildings that are starting to wave. They look like houses, but none of them really have any lights on. You can see what looks like a car park with some cars in, mostly covered in snow. And you can see what looks like a sign that says Di's Diner.
Should we, if we have some of us and let's get warm, we've got food.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can get directions from there, or we can keep going and try and find the garage. What would you like to do?
Metal jungle.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you then. Since
Yeah,
then.
I'm not too fond of this, but we could potentially try and ask someone if they're heading into town.
Okay, well, we'll
And
go into the
potentially
diner
ask for a lift.
and get some information.
head into diner.
Okay, you enter the diner. It seems to be fairly packed with people. And as is the traditional method of entering a diner, you enter, there's a jingle of a bell, all of the noise stops and everyone looks, appraises you for an awkward 3 seconds, and then goes back to making noise and eating and generally talking again. Seems to be a lot of people dressed here in like leather jackets, or there's a few people in suits, there's a couple of people in like trucker hats, different people like that. You can see some people behind the bar that are just like milling around, cleaning things. There's a waitress that's rushed around off her feet, like serving food. There's the sounds of a kitchen that's going on in the background. You can hear the occasional ding when something's ready to be collected. It's a traditional sense of a diner in Northern America.
Now, because I generally feel a little awkward, being in a place with people. Can you just assume my danger sense is running?
Oh God,
yes.
Yeah. There are people here. They are appraising you. They feel that you are a lower life form than they are.
Yeah.
Remember.
If I feel anything untoward, let me know.
I imagine I'm currently confused by the overwhelming different smells.
Yeah, there's a lot of sense of body odour.
Yeah, body odour, leather, whatever's cooking. There's many smells. And so
the waitress kind of bustles up to you, and she's got like a pen behind one ear and a pen shoved in the back of her bun.
Yeah.
And she's got a couple of pens stuffed down her shirt pocket.
do you want
She
some
kind of
coffee?
bustles over.
Want some coffee?
She's got Di's Diner emblazed
Coffee,
on
eh?
her shirt.
Coffee.
And
Coffee.
underneath it, it says Diane is her name on the name tag. And she says, here's some menus, grab a booth and I'll be with you as soon as I can. And she kind of vaguely points at the boothing area.
Just quickly, Diane.
Yes?
We're actually travelling Americans. We only have American tendency. I do have my credit card. Is your card machine working?
No, the storm's knocked out, like the something or other, some technology thing, telegraph pole. There's no phones or anything working, so we can't take card. But we take American.
Thank you. Okay, let's go sit down. Thank you so much.
She kind of bustles off and
Right.
seems to be serving other people.
Do you want some coffee?
You eventually find a booth that fits all 5 of you.
Okay.
Well,
Order
it
things
should
for
be
them.
easy
I'm
to
going to
find a
go
booth
and
for 5
have an ask
people.
around.
We're in
Okay.
America.
Okay.
See if I can
You're
find
not, you're
something.
in Canada.
That's true.
Try
Blame
and
Canada
keep
in
them as low profile as possible. I'm going to go and see if I can find a lift or find a way out for us to travel, okay?
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you. No, we'll try.
Get what you want within reason. I have got money on me.
Okay.
Get a hot meal in them.
Alright.
Mommy and Daddy are now going to have a conversation. Daddy, it's your turn to look after the kids.
You're gonna rock it up. You already lost one of us once. Do you think you're going to manage this time?
I'll try.
I imagine he's waited for me to get in the booth and sat between me and Sid.
Yeah, no, that is exactly what I was waiting for.
You jammed the 2 lupus into one booth and you're sat at the end.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm
gonna
going to
go
turn
off
to you two. Is that okay?
Briefly,
Because
so.
there's a lot of people here, it's not a good idea to go wandering around. We don't want to draw any undue attention to ourselves.
Yes. Not allowed to say my name.
Okay.
If they're aggressive, we can establish dominance.
That's not how it works in Ahmed society.
Can I get an appearance streetwise roll, Lucy?
I've seen it. Man gets angry, goes towards another man. Man punches him in the face.
Yes.
It's together, isn't it?
But that may cause us some trouble. We
But
don't.
it happens. It's establishing dominance.
What's the difficulty?
It does happen. It does. We just don't
3
want that
successes.
Okay.
So
We're not
yeah,
familiar
you can
with
appraise
the area. We
the
don't
truckers
know what
from the
people are.
bikers.
Yeah.
And you can see there's definitely
We're
some
not allowed to
businessmen
defend
that seem to be rather...
We're allowed to defend ourselves.
It's like they've worn the same clothes for
we're
a
not
while,
provoking the
like a
dominance.
couple of days, kind of sat at a booth just holding like this mug of coffee staring at it like it's the end of the world, because there's nothing they can do but stare at this mug of coffee. You can also see there's some people in the kitchen that seem to be the chefs. There's a jolly large person who seems to be the head chef or the owner, you would guess. It's a guy. Yeah, you can definitely appraise the waitress. Diane is obviously rushed off her feet at the moment, trying to sort of cater for everyone. There's some people playing pool, but they look like bikers. There's a guy at the bar that's got like a Stetson hat, and he's got like a shiny star on it that says sheriff. And you can see another guy sat further down the bar in what looks like raggedy jeans, some oil stains on it, and like a really thick jacket on.
Okay.
And he seems to be staring at what you would guess is a double measure of scotch in a glass.
Okay. I'm gonna go and approach the last man first with the oil stains on his jeans.
Okay.
And set him on fire.
Now that I have your attention. Now that I have your attention, who can give us a ride?
Okay. I go to him. I politely wait to get his attention. It depends how easy it is to get his attention. I don't want to be like, or anything.
He doesn't even acknowledge that you're sat next to him. He's just staring in his scotch glass.
Okay. Good morning, sir.
Yeah?
Are you the gentleman that owns the garage in town?
Used to, until I was run out of business by Omnicron. No one wants any cars anymore. No one wants my petrol prices. Bastards.
Bunch of bastards.
He's slurring his speech massively. You feel this is probably not the first scotch glass he's looked at this week.
Oh dear.
What's your name, sir?
Silas Zigby. He kind of wipes his hand in like a motion on his chest, looks at it, kind of vaguely looks at the fact that you're clean, and puts his hand back down again.
Aww.
I am interested in buying a car from you.
I don't have any for sale.
You don't have anything left. I'm trying to get a ride out of town.
What? You can't go anywhere. The blizzard's too dangerous.
How long do you think the blizzards might be? I'm not a local of the area.
The last days, weeks.
Once the blizzard has gone, what would you recommend as a way to get out of town?
Where are you going?
Trying to get to Toronto Airport.
Oh. I don't know. You could hitch a lift, or you could phone someone.
Phones aren't working.
Oh. I don't know. Buy a car?
Well, that's why I'm asking to buy a car.
Oh. I don't have any for sale.
Okay.
So pissed.
You don't have any at all. You have nothing you can sell.
Got one, but it's not running. Need fixing.
What?
You don't look like a mechanic with your trimmed nails.
Are you a mechanic?
I used to be a mechanic, and Omnicron came,
What
ran me
about-
out of business, and now no one wants my cars.
What? I'm asking for your car. We've got a couple of days for the blizzard. Why don't I pay you to fix the car and then I'll buy the car?
Okay.
You're gonna have to sober up to do it.
I don't want to part with my car. Why would I want to part with my car?
Money. I can help you gain some business.
Money equals more alcohol.
Maybe. Maybe.
Do you know any of those ice road truckers? We've seen that show. They're nuts enough to drive in this
I'm trying to
road.
think of what is the appropriate skill check that you could try and do to persuade him.
Brawl.
Apparently,
I'm
while
waiting
he's
until I
drunk-
need one.
Ah, okay.
Brawl.
While he's drunk, her feminine wiles.
Drop him on his head.
No, as I've been talking, all I've got in my head is American Woman.
Yes, I know. I didn't get rid of my car, but you said you had a car. But I don't have a car. But I do have one.
Also
Well,
known as try talking.
I don't know. I have the persuasion gift.
That
Ah.
might work.
Okay. So,
Does that just make you...
it means that all social roles for a scene are less difficult and have a stronger impact if I succeed.
Ooh.
So, if
You
I
could
could
do that.
You will give us your car.
So you could do that, and then you could fast talk him, which requires a manipulation or charisma or appearance plus subterfuge.
That's cool. So yeah, if I do can I do my natural persuasion first to help the rolls?
Yeah.
That's my charisma plus my subterfuge.
Are there breadsticks at the tables, by the way? Or anything like that?
There's a small glass thing with white in it, and there's a small glass thing with brown in it. And then there's a big
nice.
white thing with a weird little metal stirrup thing coming out the top that seems to be filled with more white, but a lot more white than the little white thing.
So I got 4 successes on my natural persuasion.
Damn it.
Okay? So persuasion kicks off.
So that lowers, yes, successfully lowers the difficulty for the scene and makes a stronger
Obviously,
impact
it's
than the
not
things I do succeed with.
Liquid.
Yep.
Okay,
Uh,
and then
Powder would be like.
and then fast talking.
So charisma plus subterfuge. Well,
Which
manipulation, sorry, plus
Sugar,
subterfuge.
possibly.
Okay.
Just 'cause it's got the big metal bit. So.
Sugar. He's pouring sugar all over the table.
Is
Is the difficulty then 6 for this?
How much does your persuasion drop it by?
A damage increment, a difficulty increment. It says.
So yeah, difficulty 6.
Okay, 4.
Okay, he gets 2 successes.
Don't put it all over the
Okay,
table.
Don't like that one. That one's salt.
I can fix the car and sell it to you. It's my pride and joy, though. So you gotta treat it right.
Pepper.
I will. Will it fit 5
I
people?
don't know what it is still, but the sugary one isn't
Actually,
sweet. It's
shit,
just
it's
like,
normal car, right? So yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not going to ask that, sorry.
So just broadly,
You
just
have
kind
to
of go...
squidge people through in the back. You're fine. Okay. That
No,
means that
don't put it-
we need to... so take it, how long do you think it would take to fix it?
A few days.
Okay. Is that a hotel or somewhere we can stay during that time and then we'll come and assist during the day?
There's a motel.
Okay.
But you're not a
sugar
mechanic.
and stuff.
I am not a mechanic, but one of my colleagues might be able to assist you.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to dirty my fingernails, but they might to do.
Okay. If they're a mechanic, then yeah, but I only allow mechanics in the garage.
Okay.
And I won't start until the blizzard's gone, because there's no lighting in the garage at the moment. Electric's out.
Fuck it. Okay. Thank you very much.
Why are we doomed?
I will meet you there when the blizzard is gone. I need to go to his on. Thank you very much for your time, Silas.
As you walk off, you hear him go, bye.
Okay. I walk back and slide into the booth.
There's sugar and salt on the table, which I'm
currently
going
eating
stop
Get
doing
out.
that.
Huh?
I'm currently eating sugar.
Okay.
I keep pouring it on the table, like dipping my finger in it and licking it off my finger.
Gray.
Mm.
What is one of the wolf's strongest strengths?
Is that a
Silence
statement?
before
No,
us
I want
all.
to know. What do you think it is?
Pack.
Yes. Well, very good one. Do you think adaptability and survivability are very strong traits? Good things to have.
What is adaptability?
Being able to adapt to your environment, to change depending on what terrain and what enemies are around you.
Yes, that is survival.
Yes, so right now we are in Homin society. Survival is very important.
Yes.
So, Alex is very knowledgeable. You should, in these things, as you've taught him things, he's trying to teach you things. You should try and listen to him more.
I've been listening. He's taught me about pay as trade for things.
Good. That's very good. There you are, Alex. That should make it a bit easier.
Mm.
I listen.
Okay. I've got
Still eating
political
sugar.
talk, which is basically like the double entendre talk of. So I'm going to see if you can try and follow me while we have this conversation.
Ooh.
I don't respect these two.
Okay.
I'm eating sugar.
Okay.
So.
I've had a conversation with a mechanic. The phones are out, and the blizzard means that most people won't take us out. I can try and talk to some of the long haul truck drivers. Silas is one of the other garages that's run out of business because of the Omicron business.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He's agreed that he will fix up one of his cars and then sell it to us so we can drive to Toronto. But it's going to be a couple of days because the electric is out because of the storm. If you remember what our big furry friend said to us, he said that some storms are caused by interference.
And lots of spirits up in the air.
Big businesses driving out small businesses are sometimes the effects of certain things. Maybe we can look into that to try and get help.
That's a good idea. See if perhaps we can.
Be careful with your words where we are.
Yeah, see what we can do.
Diane bustles over and she kind of looks at you all and goes, "Welcome to Di's Diner, not named after me. What can I get you?" And then she starts pouring coffee into your mugs.
Thank you.
Then she puts the mug down and sort of pads her pockets for a bit.
In your head.
And goes, "Oh yeah," pulls out the pen and pads her pockets some more, and eventually pulls out a notepad. She seems very distracted by something.
Yeah, hopefully she's not on roller
Okay.
skates because that'll
Are
make
you
everything a
okay?
lot worse.
No, yeah.
What's
It's
wrong?
She kind of looks over her shoulder at the window where the chefs are all bustling around in there. She goes, "Well, I'm not supposed to talk about it, but my son, Eddie, he's not well, and he's not been well for a good couple of days, and I can't get to a doctor or anything, and it's just got me frightened. But don't worry, it's not your problem. What can I get for you? What do you want?
What's wrong with him?
Yeah. I
He's
know
just
a little
he's just tired
on the
and
spot.
lethargic, and he's just not himself. And
As I'm talking to her, I'm going to turn to you.
Yeah.
And go,
Oh yeah, she's got the weird thing where she
Yeah,
can
I
continue
can talk
talking
to
to
two
two different people.
can't we get Gabriel to check over her son? Help her.
It could be an effect. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Tell her he's a doctor.
My friend is doctor.
oh my God!
Yes.
Can you? I don't want to.
We
I can certainly have a look at him. Don't you worry.
Okay, well, I've got a break in like 20 minutes, and then I can show you my
Take
house,
us
and you
to
can have a
him.
look at him.
Yeah, of course.
Can I get? We'll just order something to eat while we wait, my dear. So can we get a plate of 6 sausages times 2?
Yeah. She kind of scribbles.
What do you want, honey?
I look at the menu and I'm like, can I have the bacon?
She scribbles bacon.
I'll give you some sausages too. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what's on a normal sort of diner menu for this sort of time.
Oh,
now.
you have like a bacon and egg sandwich. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
have like a full English. You can have like a bacon and egg sandwich.
Yeah, they don't do
Oh, yeah.
full English.
Yeah.
Not
Canada.
full English.
You can
Full
get the
Canadian.
I want pancakes.
You can
so
have pancakes and
I might
maple
have
syrup
pancakes.
and bacon and that
You
kind
share mine
of
from
stuff.
Willie.
But yeah, can I have a bacon and an egg sandwich?
She scribbles some notes.
Thank you.
I literally just got you sausages.
I don't know what I'd be ordering, so I'm quite
That's
happy
fine.
just sat here like
What would you want? Food.
Okay.
meat.
Perfect. That sounds wonderful, and then we will go and have a look at your son. Or
Yeah.
he will.
She bustles off again. She's got more of a spring in her step.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like, why did you say I was a doctor?
Because certain things have a ripple effect.
Yes.
Could
Some could be cause of bad juju.
Okay.
yeah, it's one place to start.
as you're watching, she appears to be not only happier and more content, but she also starts smiling, and it starts rubbing off on the other people. Whereas before the businessmen were quite lethargic and staring at their coffee, they're now a bit more chirpy and talking, and they generally don't look out the window at the abysmal weather that's out there that seems to have caused them to be delayed for whatever reason.
Something definitely wrong.
It's a small change, but it's a noticeable change in the atmosphere.
Young should not be tired. They should be full of life. Energy.
Yes.
We can't tell until we see. So
not right.
But no. Did you see that?
Oh, I just thought something. Is there any way, because I have the ability where I can see the presence of the worm on people,
Yep.
can I see if there's the presence of the worm in this diner?
You can attempt.
Ha! I just thought that.
Ian, you finish out there. You can attempt it.
What do I need to roll?
You can try.
Look up the sense of the worm, I think it is. Or sense worm.
Yeah, normally they do specify how that specific one works.
So it's perception and occult, and it says it's varied.
Okay, so it's perception and occult. Difficulty is 7.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like my to the ground ability.
To the ground.
Yeah, because that
To the
one
ground.
works off of their stam and athletics for difficulty, but I roll my willpower and dice.
Do I want to use my willpower to succeed this roll?
I don't know, do you?
I don't know. I seem like actually I might wait. I'm gonna wait because I think the kid's role's gonna be more important when I see him. I'm a roll.
Just roll.
Oh, yeah.
3 ranks, 3 successes.
You can see that Silas is definitely affected by something that's worm tainted, but it's not a physical spirit that's attached to him.
Okay.
But his depression that you've seen in him has been caused by something of worm taint, which is then sort of bizarrely rubbed off on him, but not rubbed off on him. It's just a ripple effect that's caused by something of the worm.
Okay.
You can see that the businessmen are worm tainted, but again they're not connected by spirits. It's more that something has affected them. You can see that Diane is affected by the worm. Again, it's something that's happened in her life, but there is a sense that the worm has somehow connected to her. And you can see that outside in the blizzard there is a lot of spiritual activity, and a lot of it determined by some forms of the worm as well.
So spirits and worm. Okay. I'm gonna get out my phone and go to the notes section and start typing them out to you. Okay. As I put my phone on the table and then I'll turn it around. And don't say it out loud.
Yeah, I'll pick it up so it's not just lying, on the table.
I look curiously at the backlit thing.
Yeah.
It's illuminated and has some kind of writing on it
I look curiously at it.
that you can read if you choose to.
We'll pass it around. When you read it, please don't say it out loud.
Okay.
Reading.
So it's just me
I'm peering
explaining.
over your shoulder.
It's me
and reading
explaining about like Silas's depression and how he was obviously outdone by omnicrom oil, and how him, the businessman, and Diane are worm tainted but not affected by spirit, and how the blizzard is spirit and worm related, but I don't know how unless I put more investigation into it, and how I think Eddie is most likely going to be worm tainted as a ripple effect, in my opinion. But you're the spirit man, so I'm going to add at the end, what do you think, Magic Man? Since that's our new nickname for you.
Magic Man. Okay.
I'm
On
gonna
that.
take it and try and
Yeah.
write something to you.
No. On that knowledge, would I have to roll something to
What?
to figure out if this is something that we can simply remove,
It's
like
basically just
she has
because
done
I don't know
before
how to
with
use
the
it.
bear,
Yeah,
So I've just been
or
doing
You-
this
you
trying
have
to
no
get my
idea.
message
No.
across,
It's
but
like
it's just
it's like
like
trying
this.
to hypothesise how to perform
Yeah,
surgery.
okay.
You kind of
Right,
know
sign on.
the principle of you have to cut someone open and then dig around and then with some stuff and then
Ooh.
do some stuff and
Like
put some
cigarettes
stuff
in a
together.
lighter.
But
Yeah.
you're not a surgeon. So-
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, that's fair enough.
With me attempting to read
Right, I'm
it,
gonna
would it be like a
have
rudimentary
conversation with
idea
him,
of,
so he's so
reading in general, but I wouldn't
Mhm.
know the bigger words?
I think.
Or is it more likely that I'm
With
not
becoming a
gonna
Garou,
What is
it's
it's the
much synonymous but never really written about
It's
that you gain a
lizard
sense of understanding of the English written language or
I
the
think
language
it's
that you're native to.
Omicron
In which case, because you're
causing
American.
blizzard causing
American.
effect.
American.
Okay, so we pass you the
Yeah.
phone so you can read it too.
Again, I was sort of peering over as well, so I sort of
Okay.
read it as he did.
Ah, okay.
So I was having a conversation with you, just a random conversation.
So tell it.
Just
You want to build snowman?
I'm going to start
Yeah.
sniffing a bit again, given
Random.
that that's one of my.
Oh,
Which
yeah,
you still
random.
need to be.
Because I'm telling information this side, that's important.
I'm sort
You're
of
my loophole.
attempting to pick out
I'm going to pass the phone back to you
a
so you can
smell
actually
that's almost
reply
see if
to
there's
what you
anything
think.
common
Oh yeah, that's
about
fine.
people she's pointed out, the people in like the weird suits and the person she
So
was talking to earlier.
yeah,
and
so I
things.
type out a message.
Perception plus alertness or crime
Yeah, and then
detection,
yeah,
so
they'll pass the
really
phone
going
back.
in.
Okay, what does
I
it
imagine
say?
it'd probably
You
be.
know, I
awareness,
said it's
'cause
it's
scent,
possible. You know, but
That's what you've got.
requires the fact that
I do, yeah.
even these people seem to have gotten happier by that one little thing. I don't think it's
Those
something
two
you can
cats
simply
and
remove.
specialised.
Well, I mean, we might be able to, but
3 successes.
maybe making them happy, will help.
It's not really a clear
If
defining scent.
Not
They all smell like
lessening
they're
the
humans.
effect.
None of them
Lessen the storm.
are
So we can.
Garou or wolves
No,
or
no.
It is our duty to
pigeons
fight
or
for
anything like that. And it's really
Basically, I'm
difficult
reading
to
it as
get
it will
that
pass.
of like an oily sensation.
Yeah, and
But
then
only
just
just,
reply
like,
like,
the very
yes, we must
hints of
find the
Because
source
you're not
and see what we can do.
specialised in a sense of
Okay.
worm
No,
understanding.
no, of
Well,
course.
But there's
If you
it's like
take
when you smell
someone
someone that's got really
Mhm.
slick
to look at
hair
Eddie,
and well kept and well
I will have
trimmed,
someone
and
who's
they've
good at
obviously
chatting to
applied
people.
like
Have a chat with
body
some of the
butter or
businessmen here,
something to
try
their
and
skin,
uplift
and
evidence.
no matter
You're
how
very
much they
cheerful.
try to mask it, there's
You take
that sensation
Yes, I'll
of like
take grey.
clamminess on your tongue, like
So-
that kind of taste.
And we'll leave.
But it's
Gabriel.
it's
can stay with
almost a
us.
very, very
Moonmoon can stay in
faint.
the pub
There
with
is
us.
something
Yeah.
familiar about
I
all of
think
them
it's
to
Gabriel
this
that actually has
same.
the proper medical training as
Yes.
well.
Yeah, in the vaguest
So he'd definitely be able to.
Yeah,
but-
it's not like a clear definition, but
Yeah.
there is
What-
something.
if
It's not like you could pick them out of a lineup and say,
Oh, no.
But you need to
anything
look
like
at
that.
it.
But there is a
Yes.
there's a
And then you can say,
familiarity
I'm a
of it
specialist.
that kind of ekes
And that
to
you need
you
might
in
help.
some ways. Like
Mm.
you've had
That's fair.
this scent
Right.
or
I
understanding.
have a
or
conversation with you
feeling,
about random crap.
and you're not
Mhm.
you're really,
Say it's
drumming your brain. You can't think where you
some
got it from.
medical, some
But it definitely feels like
ill
something in your
juju
bones is
you
telling you that
can't
something isn't right.
handle, but she
'Cause-
can.
Since she's meant like
Mm,
I know our kind of thing is to kind of battle the worm, so to speak. And since she's mentioned that in that sort of thing that there is tainting, that's why I'm sort of smelling to try and almost get an idea of it, so that if I smell it in the future, anything even remotely similar, I've got a feeling for it.
A
Yeah.
base understanding.
You could
Yeah.
probably get a feeling in the future, but it'd be very tenuous. Your better one would be to learn the gift that is sensing the worm.
Well, that's the sort of thing that
Can I
this will
cheat?
be my roleplay to build up to.
Can you later on? Can you teach gifts to other people?
Yes.
Okay, well maybe later.
Yeah.
You have to be a rank higher than them, and you have to be of the correct ability. At the end of the gift or rite, it does say what kind of spirit or being can teach this gift or rite.
I'll have a quick check then in a
Yeah,
minute.
but this is basically my roleplay setting up to attempt that gift later.
So just very quickly, while you were chatting, we have devised a plan of what we're going to do, just to let you know.
Okay.
So we were saying about how we're going to do this. We are splitting the party. So we want to have Alex, Flies Without Fear are going to go have a look at Eddie, and we're going to stay because we're more cheerful. We're going to try
And I'm
and
going to chat up the businessman.
Yeah, we're going to try and chat to the businessmen, see if we can help lighten their mood, lighten up their happiness, have a look around. Since Alex has said that
I'm chirpy and
happiness will help drive
I can
the worm
imagine
away
the
from
family.
people. But Alex saying,
I'd do
is
that as
telling
well,
me
but-
if Eddie is directly affected by the worm, he's going to tell Diane that I'm a specialist so I can go back and cleanse.
Okay.
So that's why we're splitting the party. And Moon is going to guard our booth.
After about 10 minutes, Diane comes back with like trayfuls of food. Somehow, mysteriously, by the magic of waitressing, the
I
ability
know
of
that
balance,
No.
she has brought every plate over and more, and kind of slides them all into the correct locations, like they were purposely stacked onto her arms in the first place in that manner.
Wow.
And then tops up all of your coffees again, and kind of bustles off.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Are you happy with your meal choice? Good.
It isn't.
Thank you.
Well done.
It is now 10 o'clock. It has been 3 hours since you previously ate, not including guests.
Mate,
Not including the venison break.
I'm a growing wolf. I need my nourishment.
Yeah.
Soon chow down on the food, and a
Chow,
further
chow.
10 minutes pass, and you can see Diane grab her coat and kind of bustle out the door, kind of looking in your vague direction.
After you, Alex.
Yeah, so okay. No, we should go.
Okay.
Yeah.
She kind of bustles through the blizzard, sort of holding onto your hand and his hand, and bustling in the way that a waitress does when she's got somewhere to go and she's ready to turn.
I'm on break! Fucking hurry up!
And then she gets to,
I'm awfully confused by being dragged in this manner.
and then she gets to a house and fumbles in her coat pocket and pulls out some keys and blows on them, and then blows on the lock, and then jabs the key in and gives it a wriggle, and the door pops open. And it's very... As soon as the door opens, you get a sense that something isn't right.
Yes.
It's like a... Even though the lights are off, probably because the power's gone, and like you just get this feeling of it's very warm inside, so you're pretty sure the heating's still going, and it's probably on full blast because none of the windows have steamed up. Or anything
But
like
we
that.
sort of get the sense it's there's
You
a
get-
chill down your spine sort of thing.
Yeah, even though it's warm in there, there's definitely a clawing sensation, like in the back of your mind, that something here is wrong.
Has that oilyish smell come up again?
The kid
Or
needs
is
to
it
die.
like stronger than it was?
Shaky. It's fine.
Yeah, it's,
Again, not
He has
anything I can place, obviously.
it's again, it's a.
We didn't say he'd
It's
we'd
more the
save him now,
foreboding
we'd save
takes
him.
over than the
We have
sense
saved
of
his soul.
smell.
Sure.
Right, you get that feeling that almost like you're being watched, but when you turn, there's nothing there. But at the same time, you're not being watched, but you get a feeling in the back, like the hairs on the back of your neck are starting to tickle. And she kind of bustles in the house, completely oblivious to whatever you guys are feeling.
Oh yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, the lights aren't working." And she pulls out this like lantern, and she turns the knob, and you hear this, and then the light comes from a gas lantern. She kind of wanders through the house and kind of follow her, wedge the door shut
But,
again.
regardless, I'll give her a reassuring. What a lovely home you have.
Oh, well, thank you. It's a bit of a mess, and she kicks like a fire truck across the way as it trundles off to one side. And she kind of bustles and she gives this light knock. Eddie? And there's no answer. She opens the door and looks in, and you can see like a trickle of light coming out.
One thing I will quickly ask: I don't smell blood, do I? Just to make sure. Okay.
There's no sense.
Because then I'd be like fucking properly.
Hi, Abyss is 86. Hi and welcome. Sorry I'm late. I've been to see some film about a panther.
Nice.
Was it
Oh.
good?
Was it a specific colour panther of any chance?
Racist.
Green!
Also, don't spoil it,
green-
please. None of us have seen
Was
that.
it
Green
green?
panther.
Was it green or animated?
Thank you.
But no, I'm assuming it was good. We haven't seen it yet, so no spoilers, please.
Hope you enjoyed it, though.
Yeah.
So yeah, she kind of pushes open the door, and you can see this kid who's like just lying in bed with his eyes open, staring at the ceiling. And he looks really pale, and like his cheeks are really sunken. He's got dark rims around his eyes, and he does not look healthy.
No. Blue. It's blue.
Blue
Nice.
Panther.
Blue
Better
Panther.
than a blue waffle.
Yeah, it's like, oh dear. Yeah,
I'm a bad person. Deal with it.
okay.
You don't want to know.
You do
You
not
don't
want to
No,
know.
no.
be glad.
Yeah, I'm good. And then we're streaming, so no.
Fucking amazing, by the way. Oh, good. You know that is really good to know. But yeah, no, so I'm just gonna go. Hi Eddie. Your mother's found me, and I've come to see how you're doing.
He does not react at all.
Exorcise the demon.
And as you leave, this house is clean.
Yeah. So,
Now I'm just thinking of Pet Cemetery, just killing the child. No fair, Daddy. No fair.
Yeah, so Eddie, I'm gonna come, have a look at you if that's okay. No, still no response.
No.
No.
Head
Right.
turns 360 degrees. Vomit.
Is there enough space to go all the way around the bed?
No, it's kind of wedged up against the wall.
Up against the wall. Okay.
No. Okay. So
There's
using
two sides of it. You've got the base of the bed, or you've got the side of the bed.
Cool. I'm going to go down to the foot of the bed.
and then medicine.
But I'm also going to look around the room.
Fine.
It's a general
Huh?
8-9-year-old kid's sort of bedroom. There's like posters of stuff, and there's transformers
Goodness,
on the
22 bucks.
floor, and there's bits and pieces. It's
Mm,
been tidied,
6. There
like
we go.
because no one has played with anything in a while. In that kind of mum's come in and tidied everything, and then no one's taken anything back out again to play with. So you're not sure if it was. If you hadn't walked in with her, you could have pretty much said that she tidied the room before you got there.
Yeah, it's like wow, it's amazing. Okay, so I want to do an occult roll to see with what symptoms I've seen so far, if that's that suggests something worm tainted.
Yeah.
Intelligence cult. Cool, I did get it right.
While he does that,
There
I'm going
was
to roll
sleeping, he
medicine.
kicked it. So.
And intelligence.
Depending on what you want to do.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to look at him and see if I
No.
can sort of gauge anything about his condition at the moment.
Yeah, of course. Intelligence.
Flat
Medicine.
fail.
Yeah, it's not a botch, but fuck, it's a flat fail. Unless the difficulty was 6, then there's the.
He's not healthy. You're not entirely sure why.
Botch? I haven't got a fucking clue what's wrong with him.
Botch.
Yeah, I don't know.
He needs more iron and protein in his diet.
He needs to get laid. But I don't know.
He needs to get protein out of his
Now,
system.
okay, now I'm gonna try and.
Lots of leeches.
Now I'm gonna do a medicine roll to see if I can see anything.
Intelligence medicine.
Yeah. See if I pass that. No,
Do I think I can say anything to him without
Jesus
the mother noticing, or
Christ.
is she sort of in there like...
No, she's kind of stood off to one side, like letting you professionals do what professionals.
See if I was specialised in medicine, that would have been a decent roll. So 4 successes on that one.
I am going to whisper in his ear, I think he needs more meat.
Maybe.
Salami.
Yeah, just gonna, maybe.
I think he needs to eat more meat.
He's suffering from malnutrition. His muscles are atrophying because he hasn't moved in like a week or so. He's generally malnourished. You can see the remnants of where his mum has propped him up and like fed him soup. And the automatic gag reflex has kicked in and he's swallowed the soup food.
Ooh.
But other than that, there's pretty much the child is very much not there when you kind of wave your hands. You still get he still blinks, so he's still there's some kind of reaction that you're getting from him.
Mm-hmm.
But you're almost to the state that you're going to go if he doesn't get fixed soon,
Mm-hmm.
he's probably going to die.
Okay, in that case.
But you don't see anything.
Good evening.
It's not like you see like a gaping greenish wound or anything like that.
Oh, no.
He's like you check him over physically and there's nothing wrong with him.
There's no trickle of blood at the
He's
ear.
literally just lying there like almost catatonic with his eyes open.
Your human features look concerned.
Slightly. Yeah, it's like.
Human features look concerned. What's the problem?
No, well, physically he's malnourished. He hasn't moved very much. So
He
his
looks like he needs more meat.
yes. So you were right on that one, but something else is not right. I'm just not sure what it is.
Should we ask her to go back? So I'll stop whispering so people can definitely hear. But we are whispering.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are whispering.
Should we ask her to go back to to get fuck.
Jasmine?
Yeah, Jasmine.
Sorry, this is Cass as being awful with names. Should we ask her to go back and fetch Jasmine because she knows more about this specific type of thing?
Yes, definitely. I'm definitely getting the sense we need her skills here.
Useful.
As you're
Use
talking
is
to him, and your eyes are vaguely looking around the room occasionally, can you make a perception alertness roll? Just you. It's not scent based. It's sight based.
It's a fucking goblin
but if
in the
it's
corner.
sight-based, is it movement based?
No.
Okay.
It's a toy which doesn't look like it should be there.
Oh.
Also known as
Is that
a doll sat in a
just
chair.
for him, or can I do it as well?
You're looking at him.
Yeah.
So you're not seeing him.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
It's kind of like over your shoulder.
One success.
Okay, there is a mirror in the room.
Oh. What is mirror?
I think you're a Pathfinder.
I'm gonna after I've been whispering to him and I've sort of seen that. I'm just gonna then walk away from him and walk around to things and just pick things up and have a look at them. Partly because I'm genuinely curious because I don't know what half the stuff is.
Okay.
But I'm gonna sort of make it not obvious that I'm just going to the mirror first. I'm just looking to see, almost like I'm looking for.
The mum, when you start moving around and looking at things, the mum kind of goes and bustles out of the room, and you hear her go down the corridor, presumably into the kitchen or something.
Okay, I'm gonna go straight to the mirror and have a look.
Okay. What's your gnosis score?
5.
Yeah, to which point, as you're doing that, I'm like, what have you seen?
As in the amount of gnosis I have.
What do your eagle eyes see?
Yeah, you look into the mirror, and it's
Looking
like
back.
a pallid reflection. Like you can see yourself, and you can see the light coming from the lantern that's in the room. But the room looks like darker in the mirror than it does in the actual way you're standing. And you reach out and just like lightly tap it, and then all of a sudden the world around you just sort of darkens. And it goes very odd. Are you looking at him?
Yeah, because he just walked up, so I'm there. What have you seen?
Well, basically, as you're looking at him, as he touches the mirror, it's kind of like the only way to really describe it is it's like reality folds sideways. It's the description that he calls it in the book.
Inception.
And you don't see him stood there, but you see him stood in the mirror.
Grey.
And he's not looking at you, he's looking at the reflection of the mirror, so he's still got his back to you. So it looked like he would be normally looking at the room.
Yeah, to which point I'm starting to panic a bit. I was like, Grey.
In the world where you're now stood,
Yeah.
in the dark reflection of what is reality, you can hear howls outside in the storm. It's ravaging something out there. Like whether it's ravaging a person or buildings or things or people, it sounds like a horrific monstrosity of noise is going on outside. But inside, while it is pallid and calm and there's no breeze or anything, you're sort of looking more around the room and you can see like a lot of the toys and stuff that are there are kind of very fuzzy. Like they are there but they aren't there kind of. And you can see some bits and pieces like some blocks with letters on scattered on the floor, and they definitely weren't there in the world that you were looking in, but they were a lot more solid in this kind of reality that you're stood in. And when you sort of cast your gaze around the room, the lantern isn't there, but the light that the lantern gives is there, and you can see this like dark sort of creature kind of thing is propped on the top of the bed. And you can see the very pale blue outline of the child, and this kind of bizarre creature seems to have just be touching it with these black tendrils, and they occasionally kind of you can see ripples coming from the blue pallid child, and it's sort of dragging itself into this dark creature. And it's not like you can describe it and go, oh yeah, it looks like a thing with eyes or anything like that. You get this sense of it's something that's wrong, something that's...
Is it possible for me to try a cult without having the knowledge for it?
Of course you can.
Okay, so I can just do that off the base intelligence.
Yep.
Grey has disappeared into another dimension.
Sorry?
Wits.
Oh, okay. I'll have an extra dice then. If it's 7, then 2 successes.
Yeah, it's definitely a spirit, and it's a baneful spirit, so it's a harmful spirit. It's not a benign spirit like some that you've met.
Okay. Do I
you
get...
don't get the same sense as the spirit that you attacked and killed, which was explained to you that it was a vengeful spirit. That was a more purer spirit because it was a dead Garu. This is very much like something that exists but has been brought together by a corruption or a feeling or an emotion has formed this, and then it's latched onto this child, and it seems to be slowly dragging this essence, is the easiest word that comes to mind, from the child up into itself. And you can see that when the small sort of nodules eventually make it to the central mass, it kind of grows by millimeters. With your heightened perception, you can tell that.
Do I get the sense that this isn't something I can just murder-nate?
You have no idea.
Okay, that's...
Murder-nating might work. Murder-nating might not work.
So
you're not really 100% on spirits. You murder-nated the thing that turned up in the real world.
But I can't guarantee that I could or could not do it to this, and I don't know what it would do to the child.
Yeah. There's too many quandaries for you to work through.
Okay. The mirror, is the mirror still behind me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna tap on it.
Okay.
Because that seemed to drag me into a strange place.
Meanwhile, I've literally been just going, Grey. Grey, come back to me.
You sort of tap on it, and there's this feeling of resistance, of like a grittiness, and you definitely feel the tendril of where you were, and then suddenly the room lightens a lot more, and he's now once again stood in the room with his back to you, touching the mirror.
Oh yeah, and another quick thing, just did the thing appear to notice me or even register that I was there?
No, it doesn't appear to.
Okay. When I look around, is he there?
Yeah, he stood staring at you with abject panic on his face.
Yeah. No, what happened?
Jasmine, now.
Yeah. Let's go. I'll go talk to the mother.
I will wait. Jasmine, now.
Alright, in that case, I hurriedly go downstairs to find the mother.
Yeah. She's sort of stood in the kitchen, like drumming her fingers on the table, like pensively nervous, like most mothers do.
Yeah. So I'm sorry to tell you this.
Oh God! She kind of breaks down and tries not to cry.
It's not. It's not that bad, at least not yet. He's very malnourished. His muscles begin to atrophy because he's not been moving. But there's something else at play here which I can't quite figure out. I need a specialist, which my friend that spoke to you earlier. I believe she's the perfect person.
The woman.
Yes.
Well, he was just playing next to some of the trucks, and then he just fell down. He said he bumped his head, and then that was like a week ago. And then oh my god.
Either way, I believe she might be able to help. Help with this. So I need her. Do you think I'd be able to get back to the diner? Okay.
Yeah, it's straight across the road.
Okay. My colleague, Gray, is upstairs. With your son still, so he's not alone.
Okay.
Yeah. So okay, I'll be back as soon as I can.
I kind of bustle out into the snowy blizzard.
I'm going to sit next to the bed because I'll probably sit there, like take the child's hand out and like feel the temperature and things, and just...
It's clammy and cold, and you get an oily, like there's something viscous on his hand sensation. And when you touch his hand, he kind of, there's almost like a pallid ripple in his being, and his head sort of lolls very glazily to the side and stares through you rather than at you, and you get that like clawing sensation in the back of your eyes that something is definitely not right.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure I've seen what's not right.
Okay,
Yeah.
and we'll cut back to the to the diner.
Yeah.
So after these guys have left,
Danger,
what
danger,
plan
Will
do?
Robinson.
We're going to chat to people. Okay.
Yeah. Meanwhile, let's have friendly chats.
No, we're just going to go chat to some of the businessmen, try and lighten the mood. That's what you said to do. I trust you, Magic Man.
Yay.
Big person. Okay. We pick a businessman to sing on his own.
Okay. You wander up. He's kind of like rubbing his finger on his coffee mug and staring at the blizzard outside.
Let's sit next to him.
Slap him.
He kind of jerks and goes, "Oh, hi,
Good morning.
morning,
I'm Ember. Nice to meet you.
I'm Gary. Why are you holding your?
To shake hands.
Okay. He kind of reaches out and tentatively, barely grips your hand and shakes it, and then retracts his hand quickly to his coffee mug to try and warm it up again.
So we're just passing through here, and we're trying to get some climatized, trying to find some more connections and clients while we're here.
Trying to learn about.
What do you do in this town?
I don't do anything in this town. I got stuck here because we were travelling through, and I need to be in Toronto for a meeting that happened like 2 days ago.
You're going to Toronto.
Yeah. My car broke down. And I'm stuck here now until this goddamn blizzard leaves.
We're stuck here too.
Yeah, we're in the same predicament, my
We're trying
friend.
to get to Toronto.
Oh right. Oh okay.
Have you taken your car to a mechanic?
He kind of looks at the bar, at the guy with the greasy trousers, Silas, that you've spoken to, and goes, I think I'm going to try the Omnicron place.
Well, we're actually, from the people that we know, we're, Silas is fixing a car for us.
Poor guy.
He's helping us.
Really?
Yeah, he's really well recommended.
He just looks like a drunk at the bar. I mean, he's not like moved for days.
Well, he can't do anything at the moment. The blizzard's looked at the electric in his thing, so we thought he may as well have a couple of days off. And then once the blizzard's died down a little bit, the electric will be back, and he can
He'll
go back
fix
to
our
fixing
car.
cars. Yeah.
Alright.
You should take your car to him. He'll help.
Okay. Pretty sure Omnicron can do it as well. I don't know why I'd have to wait for him. They've got power and electricity and everything.
We're all about supporting local businesses. I mean, going to Omnicron is great and all. But
He
you've
kind of
got-
sighs outwardly and raises his eyebrows. Oh, okay. Yeah, supporting local businesses. I guess everyone's got to have a living.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, I'll take it under advisement. If you don't mind. And he kind of rattles his barely filled coffee mug. I'll go back
What
to
did you do for
enjoying my
the
day.
persuasion?
Uh,
What is it for the persuasion?
Uh,
Because I had that
well,
too.
You can either persuasion to get a reduced difficulty for the scene, or you can just attempt to fast talk him.
Bitch slap him.
So
Sing
it's
about
charisma and subterfuge, yeah?
Yeah.
Singing.
Just sings at him. You want to go to silence?
That's an
I
amazing
want to go
idea.
to silence.
No, that was an amazing idea. You can sing.
what?
No, I said just sing in general.
She's just like a crazy person singing.
Bearing in mind she's famous. Suddenly
I've
there's
been told
yeah.
to keep my identity hidden.
I say suddenly there's an impromptu concert for these poor diner people by a
She
famous
says
person.
while she's wrapped up like a.
Okay, so that's 4 successes.
Okay.
You know,
Kind of rolls his eyes a bit and goes, okay, you win. I'll talk to him when the power comes back on.
thank you so much.
It's not like they could fix it, they could drive anywhere anyway. He kind of goes back to lolling and looking out the window, but his shoulders seem a bit less slumped.
Thanks, Gary.
We have improved his mood points by 2.
No, I'm taking your idea under advisement.
I'd say more like 0.5.
Oh, 0.5, okay.
If you want me to make people happy, I can do that.
I'd ask first, so just randomly.
Okay. Trundle into the kitchen.
No!
Okay? Kind of this porter looks at you with like abject
Excuse
wonder.
me.
Yeah, it's
Yeah?
not so easy, is it?
Oh, let's die. And he kind of points at the large bustling man who turns around at his name and takes one look at you and goes, "Out of my kitchen!
I want to put on a performance.
Out of my kitchen!"
Hi,
He kinda
Jinxie! Thank you very much.
Ushering you from the kitchen.
Then will you come with me so I can talk to you?
Just get out of my kitchen! And he starts forcefully pushing you towards the door.
At least he's not throwing
Okay,
knives.
back
Okay.
No.
Kind of the door slams behind you. Goddamn waitresses and their goddamn breaks is all you can hear from the kitchen. Get back to work!
I trundle back inside.
Oh
The
no.
door does not budge.
Oh no.
Excuse me.
I don't think that's going to work, Emma.
There's no response coming. Or forthcoming, if we put it
Okay, I will lean on the counter. Is anyone actually there at the moment?
no. Currently, there's only the kitchen porters.
Okay. What?
I tried.
Okay, yeah, I don't think that's going to work. I don't want to make you more angry.
See, if you were
I
there
tried
trying to
not
get
to one of
access
the
to the kitchen,
porters
just
then.
barge your way through the
The
door.
porters are all in the kitchen.
I'd probably have
which
ripped
you
it off
can't
the
get
hinges.
in.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said there were a
And then
couple
get in
porters
trouble.
out.
No.
Right.
The only one that was out walking around was the waitress, who's now gone off with your 2 other pack mates.
Yeah. Pretty short staffed these days, eh?
Could just sing anyway.
What's
If
that?
you want to, I'm going to walk away from you, just in case, and sit down in the booth and wait.
It's like, I'm not with you.
Basically, it's just in case.
I don't know her!
Well, I am just about to start singing in this random diner, so you know. Trying to lighten the mood.
Motherfucker, please!
But no, I think it is a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, you're famous in America doesn't mean you're famous in Canada.
Oh.
Just whips off her, like, fucking facial coverings, just all her glory of who she is, except not naked glory, just face glory.
Face glory.
Yep, all her face glory.
7 successes on performance sing.
Jesus.
Yeah, you
10s count for double, remember?
Yep, you start off with a low sort of build up to it, and you kind of get a tempo, and you can start to hear like the kitchen porters slow down, and then you start hearing like rhythmic clanging of like metallic
Yeah.
objects and stuff like that, and it kind of gets into a beat, and you kind of give it your all, singing a happier melody about it, and like even the guys that are at the pool table kind of stop, and they're like burly biker guys who you would not expect would listen to pop music, kind of like look up and kind of start tapping their feet and nodding their heads.
I'm digging
You
this.
know, one of the others looks at them and they kind of and get back to playing pool kind of thing.
Okay, as I see them put their heads up and stuff like that, I'm going to go over to one of them and start bringing them out to dance so I can get people dancing and, you know, enjoying
I want to
themselves.
break free!
Where's the vacuum cleaner?
Sorry, I don't know why, but do you hear the people singing the songs of
I've
angry
got a really
men?
cheerful song.
Oh, suddenly all the depression is back.
Damn it!
Yeah, they kind of like
Come
resists you pulling him in like a playful, bashed way, and then he kind of gets trundled over and starts like head bopping and kind of shuffling his
The
shoulders.
second he starts dancing, I get someone else and basically try to get the whole place dancing and happy.
Yeah, it kind of gets there for like 5 minutes, and then the door bursts open again as Merlan comes bustling through it, and then it kind of shatters the illusion that you had going.
Right,
And,
as that happens, I
And
go
then
from
the guys
happy
kind of
to...
realise what they're doing and just like... scurry back off again or go to the gents' toilets in huddled groups.
Right, I look at you, I'm like,
That in itself is quite impressive. Men going to the toilet in groups, not
Morning,
women.
Alex. How's Eddie?
Well, I'm gonna shuffle up to you as quickly and as unsuspiciously as I can.
I'm growling at you.
Calm yourself.
Yes, yeah, we definitely need you.
Julius,
Do
do you want to stay here and do this, or are you going to come with us? On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it?
11.
Okay. Okay, go grab Moon. Let's go.
Staring out the window, nursing his coffee.
Yeah, and basically, I'll once we exit the diner, I will try to fill you in. I know it's a bit blizzardy and stuff, but it's better than speaking things out loud in the diner.
Okay.
Flies without fear flew off and disappeared.
Okay.
Yeah, as we step outside, it was working.
I'm sorry, it's just
We'll
this
go
was
back,
urgent.
sweetheart. We'll go back. Right. As we're walking, right, I need to find a stick.
I
I need a stick.
In the stick.
Yes. How else am I going to perform?
Okay, I'm gonna try and spot a stick in the blizzard.
Perception alertness.
Okay.
Difficulty is 10.
If not,
Is
wait,
the stick
hang on.
moving?
The stick is most not moving.
If not, I said if not before you're looking, I can do it with chalk or something that I can draw a perfect circle with.
Wait, she might have something. She has children's toys and such. So
Okay, well, we'll try that first. If
Crayons and
not,
shit!
if not, we're sending Gray out to go find a stick.
okay.
Right, let's
We're
go.
getting
Wolf
look,
hunt stick.
Crayola.
Wolf hunt stick. Good.
Actually, all I had was Gray holding a stick and then couldn't get through the door. Yeah.
I'm a clever wolf. I'd rip out the door fitting.
Okay, maybe that's Moon. Right, okay. We'll just trundle to the house then.
Trundle.
See, if the hole's not big enough, make the hole
Shuffle,
bigger.
shuffle.
Can you keep the mother distracted while we're doing this? I know I probably need you singing.
Is it possible?
Someone needs to keep the mother
Is
distracted.
it possible that Moon can do it?
Oh,
Since,
yeah. Moon can distract as the mother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since it, has him out of the scene.
Yeah, that's true.
Moon.
Yeah, he's charismatic, right?
Probably. Moon.
Okay.
So.
Oh,
Not enough to write home about, but good enough.
Sit with mother, drink coffee.
Have
Have
a
a
sterling
nice-
conversation.
We just hear one side of the conversation. Oh, really?
no,
That's amazing.
At that point,
Fascinating.
she just goes, "You remind me so much of my son."
Oh!
Don't say anything. Don't be bad.
Do it.
What, in a coma?
You guys are all bad people.
Yes, that's why you're friends with us.
Okay, so you get to the house, you kind of get bustled in, and you can see the mother frantically in the kitchen
I
fiddling.
throw a moon.
She gets merrily distracted by pleasant conversation.
Pleasant-ish.
And you all get bustled into this kid's bedroom.
You're
It's, as
so
I described
handsome.
before, it's really dark, obviously, in the house, and you get that sensation that something isn't right, and there's a sixth sense, and the hairs on the back of your neck are stood on end. And you go in, and you can see Gray kind of knelt next to the bed with the
Okay.
kid's hand, and the kid is staring through Gray.
Okay, so just as a recap, so you guys went in, you can sense some presence in the room or presence on him.
Well, for me, it was in the room, but
And you
generally felt
fell into
darker
the
in this
Umbra.
room.
Look at him now. Then we go to Umbra.
How are you experienced travelling through? Is it travelling through the gauntlet?
Is it just as a thing? Is it something that I would have realistically done before or not?
Probably may have done it by accident,
Mm.
and you may have accidentally come back out the other side, but it's not something you've consciously done.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it's like,
Would I have had more, because that's where I capture
Yes.
spirits from, so would I be the best person to guide people through and back?
Yes, but it's again, travelling to the Umbra is not something you can teach people. It's something that
It was
happens.
instinctual.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Check
you
in
do
here first.
know, though, appraising your pack, that Merlan will not be able to traverse through the Umbra, as he currently has no gnosis.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to look at you and go, you're not going to come, because then you can't travel at the moment.
Oh, no.
I can step through and then step back again.
Okay.
Later I will teach you to do it properly so you don't get stuck on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay?
While she's doing that, I'm going to go to the mirror again.
No.
No.
Okay. 5 gnosis, yeah?
Yeah,
No spent?
I haven't any reason to yet.
Okay.
You tap the mirror.
This is how we found.
I'm going to look at him first. Can I get an occult roll on him so I can see what's wrong? Or can I
On
get a
the kid?
sense one? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll do that first.
Intelligence occult.
Or should I get a occult or can I do a sense worm first? I wanna,
Your choice.
Which one do you want to do first?
Well, I want to know if he's directly affected if something's tied to him so I can try and find out what it is. So I'll do a sense worm first.
Yeah, annoyingly, I might be able to answer that, but Gray didn't give him a chance to explain. He just said, "Go."
I'm just literally next to him. I haven't gone yet.
Oh yeah, no, I know. But no, it's just saying if you had a
So you
chance
didn't
to tell
explain
me.
to you, so you can't explain to us.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm going to stop faffing and
And
say
now
what you
he's
meant
gone.
to say.
No, I
Three
haven't.
successes.
I'm still there.
Pardon?
3 successes.
Yes, he is currently being ridden by a bane. That bane is a wasting bane, as it's drawing all of his life essence out of him. It's not something that you can affect from the physical world, because it's latched onto him in the Umbra, in the spiritual world.
So I need to fight it in the Umbra.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll put
Whereas
my
the bane that was on the that was on the bear
It was in him.
was manifesting through the bear.
Okay.
This bane doesn't need to manifest in the real world to affect the real world, so it can quite happily sit in the Umbra and affect the world by latching on to humans and
Okay.
Why am I thinking of
I'm
Stranger
gonna
Things right now?
turn.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm going to put my whole hand on it this time and see if that does anything.
Grey. I'm gonna basically have a turn to talk as you're doing. Let's say,
Yeah,
okay?
it depends on whether I go through or not. So I don't know if I will
wait.
or not.
Okay.
okay.
Because I haven't
You
worked out
turn
how
and
to
say grey, at
Yeah.
which point you see him stepping sideways like reality folds. And he stood with his back to you inside the mirror.
Okay. Can you hear me? Grey, can you hear me through there?
You don't hear anything.
Okay.
He didn't
Right,
seem to respond when.
So there is a wasting bane attached to this child. But to fight it, I need to fight
The
it in the
creature is
Umbra.
once again just sat.
So you need to stay here and check
Propped
his life because you can't
on
travel
the
through
bed.
with me.
After I since
Probably
I
a good
was
idea
So I
there
need to
then.
with
go
the
through
child,
because Grey's
has
gone
the
there and
creature
has
moved
no
at
idea.
all,
I need to
or
go
is
in.
it doing
so I
anything
can help
remotely
him?
different?
I'll follow you.
To
Okay.
your senses, no.
Do you
No,
know how
that's
to
He's not
travel
doing
through?
anything.
I'll figure
You
it
can
out.
see
Okay,
that
press yourself
he
and
is
imagine yourself going through a tight
a lighter
tunnel.
shade of blue.
Okay.
Okay.
The,
And then
the
we'll pull ourselves
spiritual
back.
essence of the child.
Keep an eye on the situation, obviously, because if the mother comes up, you're going to have
You've
to
never seen,
distract.
because you've not really been to
Alright.
the side, so you don't know what a full
Alright.
presence of some kind of spiritual being would be, but
Alright.
Yeah. Of
you
course.
would guess it would be a darker blue, maybe.
I go up and I press my hand against the mirror because I'm used to travelling
Roll
through.
a gnosis roll. Difficulty is 5.
What do I roll gnosis
5.
with?
You take straight gnosis, so however many points of gnosis you got is how many dice you roll. Your difficulty is 5.
Oh, 3 successes, 1 to 10.
You traverse through to the other side. It's like reality folds, and
Okay.
she's not stood there anymore. But whereas you saw the back of her touching the mirror, you now see
Okay.
the back of her in the mirror. Really bizarre.
I look at you, and then I start to transform.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
obviously
roll straight next to
obviously
difficulty
point at the
Okay.
thing.
I'm going to have
Obviously,
kill
I'm staying with the
as
kid.
I start transforming.
Keep an eye on
So
his
I'm
life
just going to
signs.
wait because we might have to go into initiative. That's
Fading
okay.
fast.
Yeah, that's not
Um,
good.
1, 2,
Uh,
5
Yeah.
out of 5.
You easily, like, your hand doesn't even feel resistance on the mirror. You kind of push and you'll step through to the other side.
Okay.
And you can see your packmate there.
so I've gone. I'm going to go to transform. I've turned to grey, look to the creature, and go and kill. Because I know we won't be in initiative, which is why I waited a minute.
Power
Okay.
word,
So you're
kill.
going to attack it.
Yeah.
As I get
I
through. That was easy.
Succeeded with enough to shift to Krynos.
That's fine. It doesn't have an initiative.
That's fine.
I
it's
thought,
just
I
'cause we
thought you
have-
said with the roll I just have to kill it in this world.
Yeah.
Oh.
It doesn't have an initiative though because it's an inanimate spirit. It can only attach itself to creatures and beings. So you
Wait,
can pretty much rip it to pieces.
So does that mean that if it's attached, it's going to kill the person?
You would guess so.
Oh, fuck it. Okay, shit. I didn't realise that. I thought we just had to kill it in this world. Oh, fuck. I'm going to rethink my action. Sorry. I thought it was like a straight. We just need to kill it in this world.
I've still shifted up to Krynos just in case
Yeah, I'm
because
at
of all
Krynos as well,
the
'cause
howling outside and everything
Yes,
is.
yeah, so we are.
So I want
You only
to
got
be
your
ready.
headphones up.
Would my rite of cleansing and heal work? Can I detach it somehow?
Yes.
So I can do the rite of cleansing?
Yes.
Right, okay. Need
You
to...
need stick.
Yeah, I need a stick.
Right.
I need
go
something
to
to
the
draw a
bed.
circle.
Is it a wooden bed?
It's not. No.
It's not.
Okay, find chalk. Need to cleanse spirit. If it's once
Then
it's
I'll look around
detached,
for like some
we
chalk
may have to
or
kill
some
it.
crayons or
I'm not
something
sure
like that.
what will
You're
happen
kind
when
of
I
looking
detach.
around. There's not much
Yeah?
here, but you feel a weight.
Stay
in your
ready.
pocket.
Need to draw a circle.
There's chalk.
Can you... Chalk! Haha, right.
It was in my pocket.
Okay. Oh, well, I'm gonna... Okay, alright. I'm gonna draw a perfect circle. Same as last time. As I get to near the end of the drawing of the
Ow.
circle, we'll have to do the howling, but I need to check I do it
Perception,
correctly.
that's right.
So I need to do my rights. Yeah. Oh yeah, because your howling helps my right.
Hang on.
Perception, alertness, please, and then how. Feel free to all add into it.
He's not there.
Yeah,
He's not in the
I am.
But yeah, well,
I told him to guard.
Oh yeah, no. Well,
in case the mum comes up.
meanwhile, I'm.
3 successes.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm gonna sit with the kid.
Just floating down, touching on the floor, is a black feather. And then you can make your howl roll.
It's howl and charisma, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Performance and charisma.
Yeah, I'm basically going to be sat with the kid. I'm going to talk to him.
Yeah,
So
before I
I'm
roll,
going to
makes it
be
easier
like,
to
it's like
see.
you don't know me, but me and my friends are here to help you. You need
Are
to
you
be
touching
strong.
him?
Yes.
Okay, when you touch him, there's a visible shudder, and wherever you are now, his head kind of lolls and he looks through you with this eerily fucking creepy stare.
Regardless of the creepy stare, I'm going to try and
assuming
push
difficult to
through and try and give him encouraging words.
On your side, what would happen simultaneously, but you're not obviously seeing the real world at the same time, is the Bane kind of shudders in the corner and increases its ferocity and trying to suck the life essence out of the child.
Okay. Right. Obviously, we don't know what he's doing, so yeah.
So I take it 10s don't count for
That's my
double
roll.
because I'm not.
Oh, wow.
Sorry,
Hmm?
think about
Yeah,
it.
you're still
Those two
specialised. So
are
they
not.
Oh, it does still count.
yeah, it just means that you can't turn around to me and say, I'm going to perform a mime act or
Oh, okay.
do something, because you're not specialised in it. Your specialisation is howling, so that's what you can roll your
Performance for.
performance for.
Cool.
Right,
So
So, 2,
if 7 is normal, I take it.
Yes,
So,
seven.
3.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11.
Walk room.
Oh, I need more dice to do this then. Right, I need 10 dice, please.
9, 10.
You 10 more.
It's okay, Eddie.
Yeah.
You can do it.
I
What,
did
you've
get
got to fight
11
this.
successes, that helps.
Right.
Pretty much what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
I mean, considering I've rolled 4 dice, 3's not bad for the number of successes. So
I roll 9, 10 dice.
12 successes to cleanse this motherfucker.
So the
Okay.
Bane, it doesn't detach from the child. What happens is there's the illumination of where the lantern is in the real world that's illuminating the umbra that you're now stood in. It kind of grows really bright white because it's inside the circle, and you can see the Bane visibly tries to squish itself through the wall as the light is getting brighter and brighter and brighter, and as it's forcing itself against the wall, the splurges go in the opposite direction back into the child, and it kind of squishes itself into a tiny smear on the wall, and it gets darker and darker and then just fades into nothingness. And immediately at the point that it disappears, the room brightens all of a sudden. It becomes a lot clearer, crisper. The fuzziness of the toys that was in the Umbra become a lot sharper and more defined, and you can see the dice on the floor say thank you. Whereas before no one really looked at them, they now say thank you, and you can tell the child's kind of the very pallid blue that it was is now more of a vibrant blue, and you in the real world, you basically see the child like shudder and start to shake, and you're pretty sure he's going into a seizure or something, dying right in front of you, and you start to begin to panic, and then he just like he draws in this huge raspy breath and goes, "Mommy!"
Okay, so we've got rid of the brain. We need to transform back.
This is the slightly harder part for me.
Right, pick up the feather that I saw come down.
Oh, yes, thank you. I did that for now. Put it back. Just going to hold on to it.
Okay.
But I'll explain later. No, more time then. Alright, I need to try.
Okay, I actually fail entirely to shift at all.
And it's just back.
Then we can
Oh, wait. I can change.
I'd rather not.
I can change the Homid form. So.
Yeah, you can automatically change.
Okay, this time I get there.
Yay.
So now we'll still
We're just both like.
Okay, I'll go back to the mirror.
Yeah.
Okay, Gnosis rolls to try and
I
get back
want
through
you
them.
guys to go first because I can then.
You can hear the
Yeah.
footsteps coming up the staircase.
I'm gonna rush to the door to see if I can slow her entry.
Go outside the door and close the door.
Yeah.
2 successes.
4.
Tell them.
4, yep.
Alright, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 2.
Okay, it's kind of like you're all forcing through the mirror at the same time and coming out the other side, and you jumble into a pile on the floor.
Safe.
Do we hear her
There's
running
a
up?
thud next to you, and you see like 3 of your packmates trying to play Twister.
Do we hear her running
You
up?
can hear that.
As I scramble to stand
She's
up,
coming.
correct myself.
I'm gonna stand up.
And the door kind of bursts open, and she just ignores whatever you're doing.
I move out of the way to
whatever
let her pass.
She
Yeah,
rushes
sorry,
through and starts cuddling, and he's crying, and it's a really happy
Happy.
scene. If anyone has spent Gnosis,
Happy
they get
hobbits.
2 points back.
Yay.
Well done.
Wait, is that including me?
Yes.
Yay!
You're all involved in this moment.
Nope, that's fine.
In this moment. Sorry.
Suddenly I have gnosis. I have power.
Oh, so you can do the thing on the thingy now.
Oh, damn it!
Well, to be fair, given the conversation we're going to be having shortly, I would probably say let's wait on that one.
Mhm.
And especially since we're not in a good place to do it.
Well, no, that's fine.
Oh.
He just sat downstairs, still enjoying, maybe like a cup of coffee, or whatever.
He's barely touched his mug. It's terrible manners.
Well, no, occasionally his arm twitches if he's trying to drink it and then misses his face. And then puts the mug back.
Just flings the mug through the fucking window. No
Yeah.
mug.
For the next 5 minutes, there's weeping and sobbing and happiness, and you're just absorbing the scene in front of you of her mother and her child once again reconnected by your actions and what you've done as a pack.
Wish we did that.
And then she kind of gets up and she's just walks over to you and says, thank you, sir. And she doesn't. She just does, the words just don't sort of form in her mouth, but you can
I
see
hug
the
her
abject thanks.
And I'm like, you're welcome. And then I let her go back to her son.
Yeah, and she kind of eventually after a further 5 minutes, he goes, I'm really hungry, Mum. And she kind of bustles down to the kitchen and starts making sandwiches like there's no tomorrow. I presume you all follow her into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll follow her downstairs.
Because I'm assuming the child went downstairs as well.
Yeah.
This house is clean.
Well, he'd be struggling to go down the stairs because,
We
his
can
muscles, basically seized.
I'll carry him.
Yeah, so he'd be like... No.
Physically, he looks perfectly fine now.
Oh, okay, so basically...
So everything that you had before, everything medically in the real world says that no.
It's
Yeah,
a
no,
miracle!
he shouldn't be walking right now.
He shouldn't be walking. He shouldn't even have really screamed "mummy." That kind of thing does not happen.
It's
But
a miracle.
He looks perfectly healthy. by a discerning, appraising look at him.
Yes, okay.
So you look confused as he gets up and bounds down as for his mum.
Yeah.
I raise a knowing eyebrow at you.
Despite the happy scene, I still don't look entirely settled.
Okay.
What?
Later.
Mm-hmm.
We trundle downstairs.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions? Because otherwise she's just going to make an obscene amount of sandwiches, and then he's going to run off and go play computer games and back to the diner.
No, we'll go back to the diner.
I can't think of anything
it's probably the
pertinent to
point
us.
to leave them be.
Glad we could help.
So let's see. So
Hope
he
his
hit,
ear's healthy.
he hit his head on his truck, which caused. Unless me going, okay. He hit his head on his truck, which caused this. He's been like this for how long? Did you say a week?
About I thought it was 2 days.
No,
Week.
she said about
Oh, a week. No, yeah, roughly a week.
Okay.
When we go back.
Okay, we're going to cut scene to being back in the booth.
Yeah.
Then, if you've got no pertinent questions right now.
That's why I was
As
checking
for-
if I had any personal
I-
questions.
As we're walking,
I thought you were
gonna-
surmising
Get
together
back.
as a group what the story was.
I was checking if there was anything I'd missed to ask any pertinent questions.
when
Before we get
back-
to the booth,
Yeah.
I'm going to start talking.
Yes,
In a
if we
minute.
get back, so-
You can, but I'm just saying before we get to there.
When we get back, we should ask her how long this blizzard has been going.
You want to know if this thing caused the blizzard?
See if there's a connection there.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you hear terrible howling in Umbra?
Yes.
I don't think Blizzard is stopping unless we deal with something there.
Okay.
Might have to take Journey in.
Oh, we were saying that before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now to point. Diane.
Yep.
How long has this blizzard been going? I know there's other things to worry about. It's just so we have to travel home.
I think it sprang up on Tuesday, so it's about 2 and a bit days, maybe just 2 days.
Okay. Does this happen quite often in here?
Blizzards?
Yeah.
Yeah, they happen. I mean, in like the deepest part of Canada you could possibly get to,
Okay.
and still be called civilization.
I'm gonna look at you.
Let's go back.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Okay.
But yeah, glad we could help.
You kind of trundle back to the diner.
Right,
After about 10 minutes of being in the diner, whatever you decide to do in there,
Mm-hmm.
she comes bustling back into work. A lot happier and brighter and cheerful.
How are the rest of the people in here? Are they any different to when
There,
we were in there before?
yeah, there's a lot more chit chat and noise now in the diner. Whereas before there was that kind of like oppressive,
Sort of doom and gloom sort of.
yeah. There's no power, there's no something, so on and so forth.
The day's shit, it's all
Yeah, right.
shit, stupid
Hmm.
blizzard.
Well, everyone in here seems a bit happier.
The blizzard has been going as many moons as we've been around. It started. It must have started when we first ventured out, and hasn't died down since.
No. I know that it's a combination of two things causing it, but what, I don't know.
Are there mirrors in here?
Have a look around.
Sorry, are there reflectives in here? Because I wouldn't necessarily know.
Yeah.
Bathroom.
There's a reflective surface on the thing that has white bits of paper in it. That's on your table.
Yeah, but there's loads of people around, and I don't think we should really do this with people around. That's the feeling.
You
I get.
asked, is there a reflective surface in there?
That's to him.
Oh, right.
Well,
Yeah,
them,
it's like,
but
Bathroom.
what is
yeah.
bathroom?
Easy.
This is your...
Yeah, easier to show you. You know, come on, follow me.
Groups of guys
Gets
go
up
to the bathroom.
Goes
Just my thing.
through a door that has
What's
a
the
weird
other way?
stick figure on it.
I follow him.
Okay. You go into what is quite an echoey room, and there are some white curved objects and a
That's
metal
where you do
object that runs
pee-pee.
down like one side of it.
Does there appear to be anyone else in
And
here?
then there's some kind of boothing areas you would suggest, but there doesn't appear to be anyone else in here.
That's where
There is
you
a
go
mirror
pee-pee.
and there's
That's
a
where you
couple
go
of sinks.
poo-poo.
Yeah. Is there
What
one?
looks
Yeah.
like a hand dryer.
Beautiful guy.
Is there anyone else in here? Or
You kind of look under the cubicles and you can't see any legs.
Yes,
I
okay.
don't know to check that, so I'm going to go and put my hand on the mirror and see if I can do a thing again.
Okay.
Yes,
Let's roll.
So I'm checking, making sure we're clear.
Oh god.
1 success.
Okay. You kind of touch it and you can feel again that grittiness as you're trying to like push your way through something that's there, and you kind of eventually, like after like a good solid minute of like forcing, you step through to the other side.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
so,
had one job!
yeah, it's like okay. Yeah, it's like well, it looks like we're clear.
You can see the back of him in the mirror.
You're welcome. I'm going to start looking around.
Okay. You can still hear the howling and the noise and the chaos that's going on outside of the building, but in here looks
Yeah, I'm waiting to.
quite clean and crisp, and you can see the hand dryer, the weird box with a knob on it that you saw in the water world. There's like this bizarre little blue kind of spindly creature that's like crawling around it. It's made of like crystal and it's got 8 legs.
Yeah, I immediately am
It
going to be
seems
backing
be
away from that.
moving. Yeah, you back away. It totally does not give a damn about you and carries on sort of walking around this object.
Yeah,
and
no, it's like as in like phobia spiders.
it's spider.
Yeah.
It's an arachnid. But it's
So-
made of like
Yeah, that
blue
was from a
and
while
crystal
ago.
rather than anything else.
Okay,
There's
so
a very ordered approach to its construction.
so willpower every time object of fear is encountered. That looks very spidery, even if it's not
Yep.
completely spider. Difficulty determined by storyteller. Willpower roll.
Its difficulty is 5.
Because that is sort of the immediate. Gotta be 3 successes, so I'm okay.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
okay.
okay. It's over there. You've got your eye on it. It's fine.
That's fine.
It's not. It doesn't give a damn about you. You give a damn about it, and that's a legitimate way of being.
What category of spider is it?
No, it's definitely a 1.
So the door that was into this room, this bathroom, is that there?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I go through it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go through it.
Okay, you can see the diner. It is empty of people. You can see like where the cash register, the weird box that has money and currency in. There's some more spiders that are just making their way around that.
Okay. Am I going to need to make more rolls, or am I
No,
okay for
the
that?
one is fine for the scene.
Sure.
And other than that, you can't. There's no one in. You can see out through the windows of the diner, obviously where people were staring at the blizzard, and you can see
Yeah, that's what I
Like-
was.
these dark shadows. Whereas a whiteout is obviously white and dark at the same time. This is like looking at blackness and getting more, rather than seeing, more of a sense of movement is going on outside, and it's quick movements and not really slow, and it looks like some things are hitting each other, and you know, if you let your mind's eye imagine it, you could imagine a war was raging right outside the window, but somehow the bullets and the you know, nothing is knocking into the window or doing anything in that kind of regards, but there's definitely a sense of there is a great turmoil outside the door.
So, I definitely get the feeling that stepping out there in the Umbra is bad, because I probably will, at that point, given I'm here, be affected.
It's a fair assumption.
So having like a proper look, like just going over to a window and properly looking out, I can't make anything in particular out.
No.
Is there a direction in which there seems to be more or less howling? And
It's
just
kind
all
of
around.
You know, some
Okay.
bits fade, and then some bits get louder, and then the bit that faded got louder, and something nearby, the
Yeah.
bit that faded got
Mm.
louder.
I don't think I know enough about occult really to make any heads or tails of that personally. So I'm gonna go back into the bathroom and see if anyone, or see if he's tried to follow me through or not.
You see him kind of from something that's just off of where you're looking in the mirror.
But obviously I can't see it.
He kind of does this to it, and then makes his way off past where you can look in the mirror, and you can see
I give it evils.
you can see the door swing in the mirror as he goes into the main diner. But obviously the door in the real world doesn't move.
Yeah, I give that thing proper evils.
No, I'm going to attempt to go in after him.
Okay, gnosis roll.
What do I roll for that?
However many gnosis you have unspent is the number of dice you've got. The difficulty is 6.
Go on, I believe in you-ish.
1.
That's fine. You feel a gritty sensation. There's definitely... It's obviously having touched a mirror, you know the normal feeling of a mirror, but there's a feeling of actually you can push through it, and it's just like something is just resisting you. And it takes about a minute, and then you get through to the other side.
It's like,
And you can see a crystalline spider that you've seen sometimes before is like working its way around in a very ordered, methodical kind of process around the hand dryer. You're kind of going with what you saw on the other side. It makes sense that that's probably the thing that he shied away from.
Yeah, it's like, do I know instinctively what it is, or do you want me to make a roll for that?
That'd be a roll.
Oh, okay.
Because no one's explained it.
That's cool.
Intelligence occult.
So 2, 6.
As far as I'm concerned, it's an Umbra spider, and I don't like it.
Difficulty 7.
Yep.
3 successes.
Okay, it is a construction of the Weaver. Remembering the stories that you've been told.
That's the one about creation, I think.
Order from chaos.
Okay.
Whereas the wild is the creation and carrying continuous creation and wild and chaotic. What the Weaver does is it comes along and puts structure and order to things. So that the wild is contained within a definement, and it's also bound to more modern technologies and stuff like that. So if you were to look at a phone in the Umbra, it would probably have small spiders that were on it, and the more powerful the phone, the more spiders in the Umbra it would have. The more old the phone, the less spiders, but necessarily the larger spider it would be, because it's made not as definely, like obviously because microchips have come on leaps and bounds since a Nokia 3310 was ever produced, so they are quite minute spiders and plentiful, whereas a Nokia 3310 is a rather large spider, but it carries on going, because a Nokia 3310 can be run over by a truck and carry on.
It's like, oh look, it's a walking brick.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because it's technology that survives, therefore it's got a larger influence of the Weaver attached to it. Even if the perception of survival is a human concept to it, the belief of the humans create the Weaver in itself as well.
Oh, that's fine. But yeah, so the main thing is that I know that is normal. That's fine.
Yeah, that's perfectly normal. It's just maintaining the machinery that is the hand dryer, because there is power in this building, so therefore the Weaver can work.
Cool. Right, in that case, I'm going to head off through the door in the Umbra to where Grey was going.
Okay, you can see him staring out the window, and you can see some like spiders trundling around the till, which obviously has a source of power to itself.
Yeah, it's like,
That's probably about the point I'm going to turn to head towards the bathroom and go.
You can see him stood there.
Yeah, it's just like, no, you shouldn't go running off like that.
Doesn't matter. Look.
You look at what effectively is like a black oiled painting, but you get the sensation of movement happening in it.
Can I get an occult roll to try and figure out what that is, or get a sense of what
Intelligence occult 9?
Yeah, 9. Yeah, same amount of dice.
Some kind of war.
Oh, there's 1. There's 1. Yeah, I got 1.
Okay. You think if you had enough spiritual beings, whether they be Garu or Banes or something like that, you could probably get to the point that you agitate the spirits and add in enough of the worm spirits that you could create a kind of similar effect. So it's effectively like a spiritual war is going on, but you know that spirits are usually spirits in themselves are plentiful and continuous. It's not like, just because you cut down a tree doesn't mean it's dead. It grows back in the spring.
Yeah.
So just like, as long as you don't utterly destroy something, then the spirit will remain and eventually will regrow. So with worm spirits, what happens is, because they become detached from the reality of the object that's connecting them, they need to feed on something. Hence why the wasting bane had connected to the small child. So here what they've done is they've agitated all the spirits in the area, dumped a load of worm spirits into the area, and the two are now forming like a war that's going on in the black oiliness that is outside of the diner windows.
Okay.
But you have the feeling that because the worm spirits can't attach to normal spirits, there's nothing for them to feed on, so eventually it will peter out, and probably, if the physical manifestation of this is the blizzard that's going on in the real world, eventually the blizzard will end. You know that this requires an awful lot of spiritual energy, so its duration is probably shortened. So judging by looking at it, you'd guess there was maybe a day left of this war before the spirits calm down again, and it naturally asserts itself, although the area is greatly weakened by the influence of all the worm spirits in the area and other things that are going on.
So from that, I would assume that something has made this happen, or it's just
it's
a
not
natural,
like
more of a natural occurring thing.
It's definitely not natural. There's nothing natural about agitating spirits and dumping on a load of worm spirits. Is definitely more than just an individual can do. This is a concerted effort by some group of people to do this to the area. The scope of the area is the thing that should really concern you, because you have trudged what feels like days, and is actually days, but you have no gauge of distance from where the cairn was to where the town is, and you're not entirely sure if you're in the centre or at the edge. It's not like you've gauged the distance in this blizzard.
Yeah, so hence why a lot of spiritual energy has gone into this.
There is something in this area that is releasing an awful lot of worm spirits, and then some people have pushed those worm spirits to a finite task. So something is incredibly powerful in this area is tainted by the worm.
Okay, that's cool. That spells it out for me.
That from one success.
Well, yeah, that's insane.
Imagine what you could have gotten if you got more.
Yeah, it's like,
Pretty
so
much exactly the same. It's only the amount of massive plot dump I can do.
Yeah, so it's like, war is one word for it. But there is something incredibly powerful out there that's giving a lot of spiritual energy, to the spirits out there. I'll speak with Jasmine about it further.
Worm spirits.
Worm spirits are in there, yes, which is causing all this.
That would explain Grizzler and tainted people.
But some people, or something, has done this, has caused it to be like this.
Might not be able to latch onto us.
No.
Can latch onto others.
Because there are banes like the one one that you saw in the other part, along with other malevolent spirits, all mushed together, that can't feed on on anything because they're
Just
here.
because I've spied the time, do you guys want to leave the mirror and come chat to us so we can round off the session? It's okay.
Yeah, fine.
Not that I want to push you, it's just because it's 10 to.
Yeah, well, to be fair, we would be in much longer, and I'm not about to walk out into that.
No, it's just I want you to tell me in the last 10 minutes.
But yeah, we should go tell Jasmine and the others.
Okay,
No.
You go back into the bathroom, skirt around the hand dryer.
Yeah.
Once again, touch the mirror and gnosis rolls.
Nope, they can get stuck there.
Yep, 2 successes.
4.
I thought we said, yep, I got stuck there.
Yeah, there's no resistance as you're touching it, and you come through the other side, and you can hear you get through, and you're like, oh, and then you can hear the sound of a flushing noise.
No. Okay, come on.
And you exit the bathroom.
Because otherwise, it's like, I didn't hear you come in. No.
Awkward.
Motherfucker, we is ninjas.
Just stood outside the cubicle door as they come out. Hello.
Glory hole.
Would you like a moist towelette?
Hello. Have you heard heard the gospel of our Lord and Saviour?
Genova.
Oh dear.
Okay.
So yeah, we will exeunt the bathroom.
Yes. You'll get there.
Okay, you wander out and rejoin your pack.
Okay, so if you were sitting in a booth currently,
Oh, yeah.
surrounded by people,
I mean, yes, people are talking, but
I'll get you a hot chocolate while we're waiting.
You're not surrounded.
I
There's
learned
a-
from last time not to immediately drink.
surrounded people just suddenly engulf us.
It's like a bizarre occurrence that happens sometimes when you look in real life, where there's like a field where people just don't get close to some people or an individual, and it's like it's odd to explain it, because unless you really like sit and people watch for a long while, you'd see like the occurrence of like one person walking through, and then other people will just subtly turn or move away slightly.
Dim outsiders.
And yeah, it's a bizarre natural occurrence, and it happens a lot more when you're a werewolf, because subconsciously the human flock go, I don't want to be near this person or this creature, because it's, you know, in the back of their mind they're like, this is dangerous, I don't want to be here.
And there's
But
fucking
it's
five
not-
of us.
It's not actively there, it's more of a subtle influence.
Is
So
it like a subconscious thing?
while the diner is full, like 2 booths in either direction from you are empty.
Oh, we can
And
talk.
people
Okay.
blatantly can see their empty booths and don't. They wait for tables to be cleared.
Okay.
Yeah. If they're like that with like
Oh,
any
God.
individual, there's fucking 5 of us here, so.
Well, to be safe, I'm pulling out my phone,
Yeah.
Okay.
start tapping message.
I was going to say what was happening.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine.
Yeah,
Right.
so obviously I tap out the message, and then slide that over to you.
Right, what's it say?
We paid a visit to the Umbra.
I shake my head reading that. Yeah.
There is something very powerful, kicking out a lot of spiritual energy in this area. As the all the malevolent spirits of any kind are the storm effectively mixed in with worm spirits. And they've been agitated in such a way it's causing this.
Okay.
The thing potentially is it definitely has to be tainted by the worm.
What thing?
Don't know.
The thing that you saw in there.
The thing that that is causing the
things
spiritual
causing-
energy.
Can't see much, just sounds and obvious war.
So, there's a thing.
That I've actually said, because I don't know how to tap strange words into light.
I'm going to talk very correctly. So, thing causing other spirits. Right. So there's like one. Do you think
It has,
It explains taint.
it explains Baron Khan?
Also put, I can't tell how big an area is affected. This
I would
is a
assume-
massive amount of energy.
I would assume it's the Khan too. No Khan should be that Baron. Okay.
Could be side effect.
It's not something that could happen overnight.
But
No, it's a long time.
Could be side effect of.
Think. We'll call it think.
Don't know.
Okay, well, while we're here, we can investigate because we need to lessen it if we're going to be able to leave.
Oh yeah. Also, it's a tapping message again. My best opinion is that this should dissipate in about a day.
Why?
The benevolent spirits that are out there have nothing to feed on, so they will inevitably die and dissipate.
Okay. Why do you say war? Feeling?
Things out biting. Worm spirits and normal spirits biting.
Okay. Well, we should check into a motel for the night if it's going to be dissipating.
What is motel?
Alex?
A large shelter for multiple people to sleep.
Shelter.
It's comfy.
Okay, well, we'll get a motel room for the night and then try and travel home. We'll try and get the car fixed in the morning. Okay.
Hopefully, it'll be fine.
Alright. Okay. We're just going to go get a motel room for the night. Is that going to be a big issue?
Yeah, they're full.
Are they? Alright.
Stab, stab, stab. Oh look, it's not full anymore.
Oh, look at
That's how you want to solve it. I don't think you can do that in 1 minute.
Okay, where do you want to try and stay for the night? We could ask Diane.
I'm going to go over to the waitress.
Good.
Diane,
Yes?
is there anywhere for us to shelter?
The motel's full.
Oh, yeah, you can stay at mine. I'm more than happy to. I can put some sofas out or some bedding or stuff.
That's
Thank you.
perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll relax here and we'll get some dinner while you finish your shift.
Well, it's now lunch.
We'll get lunch. Alright.
God, werewolves eat a lot.
I assume we
Mate, the amount of energy I imagine we have to
Okay.
kick out to fucking shift alone.
Yeah.
I haven't shifted this session so far.
It's now 11
Good, you
o'clock.
suck.
There we go, that's a good ending, right?
No, I think that's a good place to end that. But yeah.
So one of the last things I'm just going to say to you is, teach me about spirits and human things.
We'll do human things first.
I think human things is the easiest thing to explain first.
Alright.
I don't know. I think I'm probably more likely to lean towards the spirits than the human things.
Okay.
I just get this
That'll be good then.
feeling.
But yeah.
Feeling.
So yeah, thank you very much, guys. So we're leaving it there. Hope you've enjoyed today's session. So obviously we'll be continuing again, with this next week. And remember, we won't be, doing our streaming tomorrow. Obviously, it's Valentine's Day, and such. So
He will get his balls ripped
Ooh.
off if he doesn't.
If they get a chance
Take a
to,
night
'cause it's on your Twitch channel, isn't it? Our last Outlast video.
yeah.
Yeah, check that out. That's funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
So the only thing I have to mention about next week is I am on call with work.
Oh.
So I will do my utmost to shift all of my Tuesday night work to the weekend and do it then. But I may be called away to do work.
No.
If it's been anything like this week, then every night is going to be hell. But
Oh.
I will do my best, and if not, I'll try and rearrange for another night if it's convenient with you guys.
No, but yeah, that's fine.
So advance warning: Tuesday night might.
Be
Because
something
now I can
else.
English. Might be something else, or not at all, or possibly we could end up swapping Final Fantasy to that night.
That's true.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, either way, no problem. Thank you very much, guys. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you next time. Yeah, okay. Bye.
All the best.
Bye.
See you later.